radio show in the world. With the face who runs the place, T-Roy. The OG on the marquee, J-Bird. And the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We're not the Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We are your Quad City Sports Talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn.
We have a fantastic Friday ahead of us here in the Hassle Castle. I want to welcome everybody into the show today. Jay Bird, L Bomb Diggity, T-Roy here in the house, and you, our audience, are listening to Don't Hassle Us Local. Appreciate it.
Yeah, here
Happy
we are.
Friday.
Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're here on ESPN1170am.com, ESPN 1170 on your radio dial, and of course, always on Facebook Live or YouTube Live as well.
Moneyline Mama's already in the winner's bracket.
What's
What?
up?
We're going to talk about that game. I have a lot of
You're
things
gonna try
to
to
say.
take my medal away from me before
I have a
earn
lot
it?
of things to say about that game last night. I'm not too excited about it. But first things first, we can piss all over social media the entire time. And obviously we wouldn't be where we were without like the Bob Father putting us on Facebook Live. So we always do it. But I do want to say thank you to everyone who reached out. Even when I just wrote that we're just going to take the day off, I was just going to take the day off yesterday. Yes, and I'm not a very person who shares a lot. It was Moss that actually, who I've known since I was 12 years old. It texted me yesterday and said, "You've got a really, really good poker face, man," and that's the truth. But I shared what I shared with people, and I reached out to both of you before any news was broke about my mom, who is the original, one of the original Hassle Maniacs. So the best thing about her is like she was the old school. It's not a Facebook Live; it's always radio. Everything else, if radio audio went out, she would like text me during the show, whatever. She never watched it on Facebook Live like we watch it now. But you got to say a couple things about my mother. She's from South Chicago Heights. Not from Iowa originally. We moved here. Well, with Chip, I was born here. Lucky enough, so I have that over him. I'm actually born in Iowa. So, but the Iowa Hawkeye thing.
That's what's
really
wrong with him.
Yeah, that's
There
exactly.
it is.
That the Iowa Hawkeye thing really comes strong through my mother. She just adopted them as their team. So. Like she swooned over Lute Olson and Hayden Fry like over and over again. So, and it's one of those things like if you can have like, I always say like regrets worse than failure. And one of those things like if I could have done anything, I think I would have been gone to the University of Iowa instead of you and I. But I was a teacher just only because my mother really loved the Hawkeyes.
Yeah.
So it was just one of those things.
Did she ever?
Yeah. So, it's one of those things that would have been cool, but I went to UNI to be a teacher, and now here I am.
You teach us something every day.
Yeah, Jay.
But listen, you got to understand, and I do appreciate everyone. I didn't post anything on social media. I appreciate everyone that actually follows Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on there that said, we understand you. We understand what's going on. Either they heard it from my brother's post or I actually messaged them. As we get older, although social media, you can have tons of friends, okay? But your circle gets smaller.
Absolutely.
If I message you for a reason, and that's all. And to have you two in the room with me right now, T-Roy even this morning, like, you sure? Are you sure? I'm like, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We've got things to do today. We've got a show to do on Monday and this and that. And like I said, she's one of the original Hassle Maniacs, so we've got to move on.
She was a J Maniac. She was your biggest fan.
Yes, very much
100%.
supportive. Yeah, I
think she would probably want us to do the show.
Absolutely.
100%. Yeah.
Yes,
so
for
like
sure.
I don't want to bring anyone down within the first 4 minutes of the show, but it has to be said and it has to be addressed and everything else. But she loved the show. She loved the fact that we could talk about this, and if anyone was a happy hour person, it was her. Mm-hmm. So, and that's our show. Is
the happiest person in the room every time too.
So so that's our show. Our show is more about conversations at happy hour, and we've got a lot of things to talk about on top of it. We've got Thursday night football. I've got Brian Kelly, Notre Dame. I don't know where to fall on Notre Dame on this at all, but these are the things we're going to talk about. We've got our pick six, and Bombers already ahead on Moneyline Mama. Which
Are we surprised? I mean, are we surprised?
I even said it when I said I'm taking Vegas, and she's going to be right, and I'm going to be so pissed that I don't know why. I mean, Vegas, listen, out goes Carr.
Yep. In the first quarter.
In comes Marcus Mariota.
Mm-hmm. Which
looking like the Heisman guy he was coming out of college.
Let me ask you a question. Did you think he was still in the league?
I knew he was a backup.
I didn't know he was still in the league.
I forgot he was the backup there.
Yeah.
I knew he was a backup. I knew it, but I'm like, here he comes. He looks incredible.
Running well, throwing a great ball. So did
Dude.
Justin Herbert. I'm not going to take anything away from him. Herbert's
a stud.
Yeah.
By the way, they're both Oregon grads.
That's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
So how proud was the state of Oregon right there?
Yeah.
Back and forth. I mean, Badgley misses a 30-yarder, or I'm sorry, 46-yarder, and then misses a 51-yarder.
Well, they were going to trot out a 73-yarder until time expired. Like
no,
it was a
65-yarder.
Yeah, no, the Chargers tried to lose this game.
They tried a 65-yarder, and they botched the snap.
I'm very, very upset about this game. Raider fan, if you want to, TK, if you want to make comments about this, Anthony Lynn tried to lose this game. The kicker tried to lose this game for the Chargers. This is their first divisional win in 2 years. 2 years, the Chargers. And they did it on the road in Las Vegas, which I know it's not a big deal.
I know
because
Vegas in overtime goes down, kicks the field goal.
Yeah.
All they got to do is make a stop.
But that's what happens when you fire DC 4 days ago. Like, can we learn these things? Like, don't fire your defensive coordinator because you lost 44 to, 20 at the time to Indianapolis Colts and then fire your defensive coordinator. Guyton was wide open. By the way, Guyton was wide open the entire game.
Yeah.
Guyton. I don't even know his first name.
He's good.
All Herbert did was just like, we're just going to pick on this D-back for the Raiders and Guyton do whatever else.
Yeah, that D-back guy.
That interception was sick as well. I mean, not to mention that I also, I may or may not have live bet the Raiders to win this game at plus 325. Yeah, so anyway.
Well,
so that didn't work out.
No, it didn't. No, T-Ray, it didn't. Yeah. So as
you got to listen to Moneyline Mama, man.
I'm telling you guys, you don't listen though. You never did.
Dude, when I put LV down, I'm like,
I should have hedged the bet and just on the turn, as soon as they kicked the field goal, I should have hedged it and been like, I'm just going to bet the Chargers this at plus. Like, you do not fire your defensive coordinator after a 44-0 loss against an AFC South team. It was a non-divisional loss.
Well, hey, if you're a Cowboy GM, you don't fire anybody ever.
No, yeah.
You pooped in a sandwich?
It amazes me how
you're fine.
They're on the chopping block every game. Like, it's scary. I would never want to do any of these jobs.
You wouldn't?
No.
None of them.
The anxiety and the stress level every day is like, today might be the day.
That, I'll do it. I'll take that salary for a year.
I don't think you won't even make it a year.
That's fine. I get the salary.
Okay, well, yeah.
In my contract.
That's true.
You still get to, turn around and tell your buddies, I was the defensive coordinator for a year.
But it's NFL. The turnover rate is insane.
But don't fire him.
Right, I agree with you. That's
turn
what I'm
around.
saying.
What were they thinking by firing him?
Right.
He wasn't that bad. I understand Greg Williams. I understand that.
Well, Gruden, who knows?
From the Jets, I understand all. If you're 0 and whatever, I understand it. But if you're on the outside looking in on the playoffs, which the Raiders were, you don't fire him. This is their Chargers' first divisional win in 2 years.
Right.
And it came really close. Did you watch Herbert try to get over the line? I'm like, I don't know. I don't think he's over. But then I was like, oh, he's over. And then that money line bet was no good.
Well, the fact he fumbled forward into the end zone, they recover, and then there's this weird wonky rule that
you
can only be recovered. You can't fumble forward. I'm like, and then did you see the one thing where you
two field goals?
Did you see the pass interference where the pass interference was actually a face mask? So it's a double foul?
Yes.
The only way you can double foul in the NFL is if a pass interference happens to be a personal foul at the same time, which is a face mask.
How often does it happen?
So that's the first time I've ever seen it happen.
You've ever seen it, ever?
Ever.
Wow.
So he face masks him, so he gets to the spot of the foul, and then 15 yards past that.
Wow.
It was I want to say that was a 35-yard play.
I'm done betting the NFL. I hate the NFL.
Snafu.
I'm done.
Hey, Derek just said, Easer Ace, that I
Look
made
at
my
you.
debut 1 year ago today. I didn't even know that.
Oh, that's cute.
Was
you
it?
did? Yeah, that's what he said. He goes, I remember because I was there.
I brought you in.
He came down here. Was he in this studio?
No, either A, is it or you, Bomber?
He said that it was my 1 year anniversary today.
It was Leah Bombers.
Bombers, yeah.
Yeah, I think that would make sense, December, because then I had you come in because you were doing the Moneyline Mama. Mm-hmm. And then January is when you started coming in more because you went on vacation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I covered for you.
Yeah. And then we had Jimmy Siokas, and then we had the COVID and all that other stuff.
Such a
Yeah.
great job. It's funny. I mean, it smells like you in here now.
I know. It smells a lot better than it did before I was here.
No, it smells like gym socks.
Tabasco,
and
Slim
bad
Jims,
food,
and
yeah.
probably booze right now. I have no idea
Depends
what I
on
smell
if
like.
the janitor cleans out the garbages in here.
He did,
But,
yeah.
That's good.
So anyway, no, last night was an interesting game. Like I watched a lot of the Thursday night game more than I had in the past.
I was told by someone in my house who's short and doesn't know anything about football that it was very boring.
That was not a boring game.
And that's what I told her.
Yeah, that was not a boring game. I still think Anthony Lynn needs to be on the hot seat, though. Even though he won, I think Anthony Lynn needs to be on the hot seat. And I don't know what Gruden's doing, and I don't have any idea what's going on with the AFC West. So, congrats, and I'll never get my money back. Elite Sportsbook.
Well, basically, what's going on with the AFC West is the Kansas City Chiefs are the only team coming out of there.
Oh, shocker.
I thought there was a chance for two, to be honest with you.
Who else? Well, the Steelers.
No, the West, the AFC West. I really thought at the beginning of the year that I wouldn't be surprised if Denver made the playoffs.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. I would have picked the Raiders more.
But the Raiders were on top of it
Yeah.
too, and then the Chargers were the one I thought weren't going to be any good at all. And look, they've been competitive.
Well, the thing about the, I have no belief in Vic Fangio out there in Denver. Sorry to Herd Gang or whatever they call themselves.
Well, no, but what I thought is it coming at the end of last year, Drew Lock was looking good. They had Cortland Sutton, Phillip Lindsay, picking up Melvin Gordon. They had a great draft when they I want to say they got Jerry Jeudy as well.
Yeah.
Into that thing, and they had another. Really, they had a really good draft. They were one of the few teams that I gave like an A to in the draft. It's just that they had a ton of injuries on top of it. So they lost, Sutton for the year. They lost Drew Lock a couple times throughout the year. At one point, I know they had more. They had the highest amount of salary on IR of any team in the NFL, and that included Von Miller.
Yeah,
So that makes a difference.
and honestly, that's a franchise that I have zero remorse for if they lose. I'm just not a big Denver Bronco fan. What do you talk about IR? Coach Ferentz is on the COVID list.
Leah gave it to him.
They gave it to him. Yeah,
It wasn't COVID that I gave him.
I hope it's.
Yes.
I hope everything's fine with him. He will not be allowed to be around the Iowa Hawkeye football team until December 27th, according to.
Well, it's a good time for Michigan to screw us out of a game.
Well, yeah, we're not going to have that, but tomorrow we're going to have a basketball game.
Do you guys see that the NFL has the lowest ratings of all time ever right now?
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Is that true?
Yep. It was the NFL. They posted it that they're in dire straits right now, and they're panicking about how they're going to get their ratings back up. I'll find a link during the break. Show you.
That is weird. Especially at a time right now, you'd think it'd be a lot higher.
Really? I don't agree with that.
Because we're at home. I mean, you're at home now. But Nielsen, who knows?
They've got too political.
The problem with Nielsen is people are dropping. Even here right now, our building, Town Square, they're thinking about dropping Nielsen. Stop paying for him. The Nielsen rating thing doesn't mean anything anymore.
Right.
So
that tells you something right there.
Yeah. Tomorrow, though, 11 a.m., Iowa Hawkeyes versus Gonzaga. This will be the sixth time that Iowa will be involved in a men's basketball game where both Iowa and its opponent are ranked in the top 5 nationally. It will be just the second time in program history that Iowa will play a contest pitting number 1 versus number 3. Number 1, Iowa beat number 3, Indiana, 101-88 on January 22nd, 1987. Do not remember that.
I do.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah.
Iowa was number 1?
Yeah.
I don't.
I remember going into that year, and I know exactly where I was when they lost to UNLV in March Madness. Right? It was UNLV, right? I'm right. Yeah. And it was before it was in the Elite Eight. Mm-hmm. I remember everything about that, but I don't remember Iowa being number 1 and beat number 3 Indiana then.
Yeah, they were number 1 for a short time that year, and then in the 88 tournament, they lost to UNLV.
We have got to mention that Coach McCaffrey, he got his 450th career victory last Friday night and his victory number 200 as Iowa head coach last Sunday. So congratulations to him. Saturday is going to be the 4th meeting between Iowa and Gonzaga. The Hawkeyes have beaten them twice, 1984 in Iowa City and 1985 in Spokane, while the Bulldogs beat Iowa in 2015 NCAA tournament in the second round in Seattle. So it's going to be a good game. I'm telling you right now, I've got a bet out there. Iowa's winning this game.
I think you're right.
And it's not that they're, I don't know if I can tell you like they're a better team. I just think COVID's a real thing. And if you haven't been able to practice in 2 weeks or not go to the fitness center or whatever, which I'm sure they have, but it's not the same thing.
For any reason. It doesn't have to be COVID. For any reason, missing that much.
I listen, Gonzaga's really, really good. So if they didn't come down with the COVID thing, they had to shut down the program, I would say, all right, I understand what's that. Iowa, I think, is getting 3.5 points in this. I say bet money line. And I have a nice bet with a friend through social media that we're going to do some things, and we'll address that on Monday after the game's all said and done. So, but yeah, we got to take our first break of the hour, and then when we come back, we got to look at our pick 6, and then I want to talk more about Notre Dame, and I don't know, our friend Oz. Like, I'm trying to figure out where we fall in this Notre Dame story, which I'll tell you about because I don't think you know much about it, T-Roy.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back.
It's news to me.
Yep.
Front Street Brewery is the oldest brew pub in the state of Iowa. You ever been there?
Jump back, yeah, plenty of times.
It's nestled beautifully along the bank of the mighty Mississippi, Troy.
It's a great view.
It is. It's beautiful. It has served the fine community of Davenport since 1992.
Preach it, sister.
The 3 beers that they offer that are always and consistently there are the Davenport Gold, the Wise Guy, the Raging River, and then my favorite,
Cherry Bomb Blonde.
That's it.
And they got way more than just 3 beers.
They have food.
Yep.
They have atmosphere. Mm-hmm. They have, local celebrities working there that have been there forever. Check out their
local celebrities.
Absolutely.
Are you just making that up?
No, okay. Not at all. Every bartender in the Quad Cities is a local celebrity.
Okay.
Check out their Facebook page for food and drink specials. Also visit their webpage at www.frontstreetbrew.com. You guys have to interrupt me.
We're still live.
Like that. Woo! This is Ella Schmidt, the 106-pounder for Bettendorf, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Football is back at the Double Crown. No fans allowed in the stands, so get the best seats possible at the Double Crown Bar and Grill. During all big college football games, enjoy $5 pitchers of domestics and $2 wells. Stop in for lunch during the week. Tuesday is all-you-can-eat wings and Friday nights all-you-can-eat fish, both for just $11. Plus happy hour daily from 2 till 6. For daily specials, find them on Facebook. Double your fun every day at the Double Crown Bar and Grill, 217 Brady Street, downtown Davenport.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service also allows me to be there for my community in ways others can't. I help my hometown recover after nature strikes. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country and those I care about safe from threats. I also work with a network of professionals that help me succeed. Also, the Army National Guard's education benefits make getting a higher education a reality. Being an Army National Guard soldier makes living and serving in my community more rewarding every day. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Iowa Army National Guard. Aired by the Iowa Broadcasters Association and this station.
Ace Muffler Clinic has been serving the Quad Cities area for over 60 years. There's a reason why our customers continue to trust us with their vehicles. We can fix almost anything. We can fix your muffler, tune your brakes, change your oil, change your tires, replace your battery, customize your exhaust, tune your engine, repair your suspension, replace your radiator and your water pump. align your automobile, refill your transmission fluid, and change your filters. And we believe in doing all those things right the first time. For fast, friendly service, visit Ace Muffler Clinic at 4th Ave and 15th Street in Rock Island.
Tanae and Golick Jr.
You can still push forward playing. It's an impossible tightrope. Was it really worth it for you to have to go and mobilize? Is it worth it overall? And that's the hardest thing for me to reconcile when you have a season that looks like the odds of you making it to where you want to go are very slim, and now you're putting people in position where it's not their best luck either.
Shanae and Golick Jr. 306 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
As the weather gets cold outside, TMI is warming people up inside with huge savings. Right now, save up to $2,800 on a new high-efficiency home comfort system with manufacturer and utility rebates. And pay later with no money down and no interest for 6 months upon approval. You can count on TMI to provide you with the best warranties and customer satisfaction guarantees anywhere. Call today for your free estimate. From your friends at TMI, have a safe and happy holiday season.
Pointing you in the right direction.
If you own a small business, you know how hard it can be to find new customers. But maybe you're unaware of new tools that can help your business stand out. Go to GetLocalCustomersNow.com for a free market competitive analysis that will show you what other businesses are doing to find new customers and how you can do it too. There's no cost and no obligation. Be one of the first business owners to sign up and receive $500 in free advertising on this station. Get started today. Visit GetLocalCustomersNow.com. That's GetLocalCustomersNow.com.
The best way to spend your holiday is with family and sports. And we've got half of it covered for you. This is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Okay, everybody, we're back here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Done Right Satellite and Dish, and you are listening to Don't Hassle So Local, AM 1170.
All right, walk me through this, okay?
Okay.
As I take you through this as well, because I know this is news to you and to you, Bomber. UT Ray and you, Bomber. There's two ways of looking at this. Brian Kelly, the head coach of Notre Dame, says that if they make the college football playoffs, and there's not fans allowed, Notre Dame may not take the invitation to play in the college football playoffs. Because what's the point? So basically, it's kind of like if they play in the Rose Bowl. Right now, the Rose Bowl, you can't have fans. But whatever state mandates they have COVID, okay? So, I tell you this.
Was that where they're supposed to play it all? Is that the Rose Bowl?
Rose Bowl is one of them, semifinals, yeah.
Okay.
So, it's weird, like, as many times as we talk about this show and we talk our fans through this and Hassle Maniacs through it, where I'm like, yeah, when I'm driving, I have ideas. And I'm driving, and I hear this report, and I go, do you want to repeat that? And it was just like a report. You know, like they do like that 15 seconds, like breaking news, right? And then Greeny comes back on. Well, Greeny talked about it. It was breaking news. Brian Kelly, Notre Dame, says that if we can't have fans there, we might not even play the game.
I like that. Good for him. I'm not mad at that. Are you?
Well, at first I was like, take me through this. Like, I don't get Notre Dame, who you are, who you think you are. You're not 1987. And it makes me want to talk to our friend Oz and any Notre Dame fan and be like, I'm just over you, Notre Dame. I'm over you and your ACC for 1 year. I'm over you, everything else. And now you're trying to do college football playoffs. But then I have to think about what he's doing.
Taking a stand.
And he's saying, like, just move it. The Rose Bowl doesn't matter anymore this year. Because, Bomber, what times are we in?
Unprecedented.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So now I'm looking at it, and I'm walking my way through this with you guys as I'm telling you this for the first time.
He's basically saying don't reward a state like California for not wanting to have fans and make us play there when you can have a place that's allowing fans and at least have some sort of semblance of a game.
Yes.
And you can still make some damn money.
He's also taking a stand against the tyrannical orders of California. Like, you want to bring money there, but not bring money to a state where they have less harsh.
So where do you fall on this? Where, like, the same thing, like right away I'm like, basically I was like, piss off Brian Kelly, piss off Notre Dame.
I'm for it.
Why don't you explain it all before I even made judgment because, like you, I wasn't just in the car hearing it.
Yeah.
So,
I think. Yeah, it's. I mean, if you go,
why
if you go
couldn't
to
they just
ESPN,
play all the game? I mean, Texas is letting people in.
They are.
Why couldn't they just say, "Hey, Jerry, we want to play all the games at Jerry World"? Or there's other places. I mean
there's plenty of other places.
If you're the college football playoff,
Houston has a huge.
I mean, they've got contracts
facility.
with all these things, but again, Bomber, what time's we in?
Unprecedented.
Thanks. If you're the college football playoff and you have like contracts,
Obviously, they're allowing people in the Superdome because MLM got a yellow card. Well, our friend did.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm behind Notre Dame 100%.
I know that they probably have to follow something, but if you're the college football playoff, like who pushes back first? If you're the college football playoff, do you just drop them out of there? I mean, like just be like, fine.
No.
Everybody's got to push back one at a time, but it takes one person to stand up for other people to
College
follow.
football playoff needs to grow a pair of balls.
Exactly.
We got somebody calling.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the show. Who do we have on the line?
It's Ethan.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
What is going on?
Are you listening in?
I was, yeah. So I just had to hang up the Facebook. I'm driving, so I had to hang up the Facebook too. So I don't know what you guys just said, but this is not new. The Athletic and Yahoo have been reporting for the last 2 to 3 weeks that the Rose Bowl is going to Dallas. Brian Kelly's jumping on the bandwagon. Yes.
So
and it's not the fact it's not the fact that they're not allowing fans. It's that they're not going to allow the parents to come.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I said
nobody
fans.
at all
I
inside
apologize.
the stadium.
Yeah, well,
parents.
see, and it's funny you said that because right away I just brought up Dallas because, I mean, Jerry World is, it's obviously probably the best stadium in Texas, and Dallas ain't making any playoffs, so you don't have to worry about that.
Just say that again.
And the college football playoff committee is based in Dallas. That's where, when you're allowed to meet, that's where they go. That's where they have their meetings. So it was kind of like as soon as it came out, like some guy from Yahoo reported it, and then this week Feldman from The Athletic concurred, or maybe it was the other guy, the two big national writers for The Athletic. They both said that, yeah, this was already being reported, but yeah, now Brian Kelly's just jumping on.
Yeah, he's jumping on, but the thing is, it's the quote of like maybe the college football playoffs needs to spend a little less time on who the top 4 teams are and figure out how to get parents into these games. Because it's an absolute sham and a shame if parents can't be watching their kids play, which I understand. I guess I said fans. I should have said parents.
They're paying their
Brian
tuition.
Kelly throwing this in there and talking about the college football, to me, the college football playoff committee is enough where I just be like, fine, and then piss on it. We'll just leave them out. Don't threaten them is what I'm saying, Easer A's. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know. Jay, I don't think he's threatening them.
No, I think he's just taking a stand.
I just think he's just like, hey, what is it? Why would we even go then?
Yep.
I think he wants to play his card because he can.
I think what it has more to do with this, and this is also something that Jay's talked about before, is this is just the next step in the Power 5 moving away from the NCAA, the college football playoff, the bowls. They're just going to keep moving towards, because what does the Rose Bowl mean to them? Nothing. It doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things with the college football playoff. If they could take the game from Pasadena and move it to Dallas, well, it's not going to be the Rose Bowl anymore. The setting, it's going to take that Rose Bowl time slot. So the setting isn't going to happen there anymore. So it's just the next evolution.
Now, Easer A's, what I'm saying though is like I completely agree, and I think I agree. We're all kind of in the same boat, but I just have kind of had enough with Notre Dame to be able to this year to like not be independent, be ACC, and now turn around and, like you're saying, piggybacking on something that the Athletic has done for 2 weeks, or Yahoo has been reporting for 2 weeks, and now Notre Dame's like, you know what, we're not gonna do a game anymore.
It's an interesting flex from Brian Kelly.
Absolutely.
To be like, oh yeah, we're not going to go because our parents can't go. Well, come on, man. Like, you're really going to turn down quite possibly the best stadium in all of sports.
Yes, I agree with him though.
Yeah. Yeah, and thank you for calling Israel so much.
He's not standing up for anything noble, though. This isn't noble at all. He's doing it for attention.
100%.
I mean, he's doing it to try to move the game, not for the sake of his fan base or the sake of the parents, trying to move it for the sake of the future of Notre Dame so they can be included when the Power 5 breaks away and does their own thing for football.
What you're saying is he's being political about it.
No, I'm not saying he's not being political about it. There's no.
It's political.
I'm saying what I'm trying to tell you is you're trying to make this about California and he's trying to do this.
I'm not trying to make it about anything. I'm just saying that's what it sounds like to me. So if that's what they're portraying.
He's doing it to be political to the NCAA and the college football playoff. That's what he's doing it for. It has nothing to do with the Rose Bowl.
Tit for tat.
And it really has nothing to do. I don't think they're going to the Rose Bowl anyways. Well, maybe they would. But if they beat Clemson, they would have gone to the Rose Bowl. If they lose, they'll be number 4, and they're going to Sugar Bowl to play Alabama.
Yeah, but right now it's the idea of like even if they make the college football playoffs, and he's saying that he's not. They might not even, he might turn it down, is the weird thing. So if I'm on the committee, I just tell them to piss off and let Texas A&M go in. Like, that's just me. Or Iowa State, I don't care. Like, if I'm the college football playoff committee, don't threaten me, Notre Dame. You've already gotten way too much already this year with going into the ACC for the first time ever, all that nonsense.
Yeah, but you got to remember the college football committee is only doing this to make money. That's why Cincinnati keeps going down.
That's why I don't feel bad for them at all.
I agree, but the thing is like we've seen Notre Dame in the college football playoffs before, and we saw them piss it down their legs. So who cares? Like there's other teams that are good.
Well, whoever is that number 4 team, it really doesn't matter who it is. They're going to get their doors blown off by 40 by Alabama.
I agree. I completely agree.
Alabama.
All right. Thanks, Caesar A's. I appreciate you, my man.
Yep.
Thanks
all right, buddy. Thanks for calling in.
Hold on.
Yep.
I got to clear this up. So last year, I came down to do the show with you guys.
Sure.
And it was the day after Coach Fry passed away.
Yeah.
So I had come down. I had all this stuff I wanted to talk about, Black Sox, stuff like that. And then Coach Fry passed away the night before. So Jay had a packed show full of former Hawkeyes calling in. And it was Bomber's first day. So it was me and Serge sitting on the one side, Troy and Bomber on the other.
Listen to this story.
And Quinn Early called in. And before the call, Jay kept calling him Q. And then Troy's like, I'm going to call him Q on the phone. Jay's like, no, don't do that. Don't do it. Mm-hmm. And Troy called him Q on the phone call, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, you're in big
trouble. We all laughed, and it was the best.
You're in big trouble during commercial break, my friend.
I did it totally without thinking about it.
By accident.
That's why you're daddy.
I called him Q. Jay looked at me, and he looked right through me.
But how often do we get that look?
We get it every day.
If looks could kill, Jay would have cut Troy in half right there.
He did. He was very mad at me.
All right, guys.
Great story. Thanks.
Bye,
Appreciate you, my
guys.
friend.
Yep. Have a good day.
Yep,
You
we'll
too.
talk soon. Yep, bye.
Oh.
Yeah.
We've been doing it that long where a year feels like yesterday.
That's because the last 8 months have just been 1 week, like just collectively on a loop. It's nothing.
Yeah,
It's
because
not-
nothing changes.
It's
God, I will.
unprecedented time.
There's I will not forget that. Like how fast my head went over to my right.
I didn't even realize
when
I
you called him
did.
Q, and I thought I had to go to see a chiropractor afterwards.
I didn't even realize that
you called him Q on the air.
He looks at me and I go, and he goes, and I go.
That's normal, though. You literally.
That's not normal, Bob. You don't call Quinn Early Q. Like, you just don't have nicknames with Quinn Early. You have to get to that point.
AC calls me Trouble T-Roy, man. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying the whiplash.
AC can give you a nickname. You are not allowed to give Quinn Early a nickname.
You give us that look a lot.
Yeah. AC can call you that.
Especially
Yeah.
Troy.
Whatever. If AC gives it to you, he gives it to you. Yeah. Same thing with me.
I love it. Don't change, baby.
The bomb digger. You're Sir
But
Bomber.
I did. He's right. I
Yeah,
did
I'm
say,
Sir Bomber.
as we're calling, and did have a conversation about Coach
Remember when
Fry.
you said, sir? I was like, I am not a sir.
Yeah. Sir Bomber's good.
Great.
That was not my first day, by the way.
No.
No, that was a fun day.
Yeah.
Kakert in here. I mean, Kakert, I think Kicker probably drove 100 miles an hour just to get across town.
Oh, my goodness. There's sometimes like I forget about the things that we've done on the show.
Do you remember the
That's
Twitter
ridiculous.
response to that was insane?
Oh, yeah. We went,
Dude, I was just sitting here watching. I was watching the amount of viewers.
Yeah.
It went up to like 200 almost, didn't
because
it?
But as the show went on,
2 hours.
Yeah, but as the show kept going, Jay,
yeah.
it just kept going.
Well, because you could see us, when you scroll past on live, you can just see the reactions in their faces.
So what we're talking about
tell.
for the Hassle Maniacs that are new,
there's some beef.
Back in July when we didn't have sports to talk about, we got on the phone call. And actually, I remember the whole story. I'll take you through it before we go to break. I actually left my mother's house and I had messaged Robert T. Green about the Iowa Hawkeye football players, former football players, and messaged him on Twitter, and something came up again, and then I tagged him, and I said, like, he refuses to reply back to me, and he said, this isn't true. So it's funny that we opened the show and talk about my mom, and I was with her that day, and I'm telling her, I'm like, this guy's full of BS. Like, I messaged him. So I screen snapped it, and I'm like, here's our messages that I tried to reach out to him to have him on. And he was like, okay, because I think it was like Facebook Messenger or something.
It was.
And he was trying to tell me, like, we're not friends on Facebook or whatever, but somehow we were lucky enough to have him. And that was a Friday, right? It was a Friday. Yeah, it was a Friday.
It might have been.
Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, I don't remember.
So Robert T. Green messaged me back, and so we're going through things, and he wants me to apologize, and I'm jumping through hoops apologizing to him, and we're sending emails back and forth, and I'm sending emails, and then we had Robert T. Green on, who was supposed to be on multiple Iowa. It was a Thursday because Friday he had a lot of appointments. He canceled them all.
He had one other one later that day with our friends from Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, our friends, and Kakert was like, you really got him? I remember the text, and I'm like, yeah, I got him. And he's like, can I come in? I'm like, of course you can come in. And Rosso, same thing. You got him? I'm like, yeah.
And Kaker's got that calm, cool, collective presence
Anger,
too.
same thing. Anger's like, kill him. And Pat texted me. I'm like, T-Roy will. Don't worry about it. Like, T-Roy will get him. And he's like, get him. Get after him. It's funny that to have those messages.
I waited for him to dig his own. I mean, he dug his own hole.
Yeah.
And that's when I got him.
And that's a day like, when you talk about the show, like we've done things like when we were watching the Jump the other day, like on ESPN, and just see like Ric Flair and be like, I can't believe we had Ric Flair on the air. Like those are the things like when I look back on like what we've done in this amount of time, like it's crazy. Like we've had Ric Flair on, I've hung out with Ric Flair, but the Robert T. Green interview was like the guy Tommy Lang from Cedar Rapids, like, you've ruined it for us, like QC Hassel. I'm like, yeah, we sure did. Like, sorry
about your loss.
Robert T. Green.
Yeah, should have got there first.
Yeah, sorry that it came first.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, then then I got into it. Then I almost got into it with Doctorman.
Yeah. So Dockerman won.
So then we got to be friends with Dockerman because of that.
He was cool, yeah. And that's also because of Kakert. Kakert's like, hey, man, what are you upset about? And I was like, they called us, they downplayed our show. And he's like, that's not the case. That's not the way Doc is. He's like, let me get you in touch with them. And then also we have...
we kissed and made up on air.
Yeah, we did. And then also we had...
Pixar didn't happen.
Yeah, and then Browma Camp, Todd, who used our audio that day about it. And he was like, this is when bad radio is great radio. And it was like, it's not bad radio. It's just the whole thing was just a dumpster fire of...
which makes for great radio.
So, and Browma Camp's one of the guys, like when my very first time I went to when Kakert invited me to Chuck Long's celebrity auction thing, I was sitting at a table with Browma Camp, and I know him. I don't know him, but I'm like sitting there and I'm looking at his wife, and I'm like, that's not Browma Camp. She's like, I know, I'm married to him. I'm like, that's not Browma Camp. Yeah, you didn't go to Chuck Long, so I'm just
I didn't get invited, Jay.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever Q. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna one up you.
You kid me.
Yeah,
that's why I get to call it QQ then.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, so and then Todd to send me this nice note that's like in front of me, like, thanks for the great audio, this and that. Like, those are the kinds of crazy things, the stories that when I tell people, like, what have you done? Like, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. We created a radio show. It's weird.
You should keep like a journal.
Yeah. Sometimes we don't want you to say anything controversial.
Mikey said that he misses the movie reviews.
Oh, well, I have that in the back of my head about things if we need to talk about in the movie reviews. He also doesn't like
We need to have movies.
Yeah, we don't have theaters right now. Hey, did you just see also in news, AMC theaters, they're going bankrupt. They don't know if after this is all over, they're going to be able to do it.
We just talked about this.
You and I just talked
No, it's AMC is, but Cinemark isn't. And Cinemark is in our backyard
Even
at Pints.
further than that, there are all the production companies in Hollywood are also going under because of their inability to produce and release films. So they're talking about...
but Creed 3 is supposed to come out in 2021. Don't
Okay,
do this to me.
this is where you're going with this? This is where you're going to
Marvel
take
Studios is still doing strongly.
Yeah, they do pretty well.
But they're saying collectively, and this I can show you
There's
another
a lot
link.
of places that are little smaller places are going to be going on.
That's why Tom Cruise lost his bananas the other day on social distancing. They said
I did see that. I didn't click on it.
Well,
I did see
if
that
you
he
go
lost his
in depth, he said I was on the phone with producers and movie makers and companies, and they were like, well, this is really why he's upset. It's not at the people not social distancing. It's really.
I'm pretty sure he's fine.
No, I don't know.
Was he upset because his cult religion didn't give him enough little children to play with?
And he's probably on Epstein's flight logs. I don't know. We'll find out.
I'm sure he was.
Mikey's worried about movie reviews or whatever else. We do have something. I have something in my back pocket about movies later on in the show that we're gonna do.
We're gonna make some.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that.
Studio.
But we got to take our second break of the first hour of the show.
You always make me do it.
No, I don't. Hey, Quad Cities.
Hey.
And Leah, stop going to social media and asking people where you're going to get your hair did, where you're going to get your nails done, where you're going to grab some lunch. My boy Chopper has put out a guide. It's everywhere in the Quad Cities if you open your eyes. It has an easy-to-navigate table of contents to help you find what you're looking for when you need to answer those questions, Leah.
I love it.
Or you can go to localslovers.com.
I will.
You click on Quad Cities and browse your favorites. It's easy to use, and Chops even ranks the most popular places for you.
Absolutely.
So...
Seen it. I've seen it.
I'm telling you, don't mess around. Go and check it out. It's Locals Love Us. They are your guide to the
best.
You like that? You like that? Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
This is Adam Rosso from Hawkeye Headquarters, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
The holidays are right around the corner. Don't stress out finding that perfect gift for that hard-to-buy someone on your list. Shop Premier Metal Art. They do custom engraving on items like tumblers, promotional items, and other custom gifts. They even do holiday decor and family namesakes. These multi-layered, full-color, powder-coated metal art items are a must-have this holiday season. Customize your man cave or purchase a gift for a sports fan, a first responder, or even a veteran. Order now online at qcpremier.com or on Facebook. Finish your holiday shopping today.
The Max Kellerman Show.
Like, who was that? Greeny, who said the time to say about personal pride was weeks ago? I mean, I understand what he's saying. He's not wrong. It's fine, but I don't think it would have made a difference. Keyshawn saying they started Foles, but it's no. I disagree. The issue is one thing with Chicago. They have no offensive line, period. That's the whole problem. No offensive line. They have a thin receiving core, it's true, but no offensive line. If I had to design a football team, and I have like 10 spots where I can put all my resources, right? Where am I going to put all my resources? Like, what 10 spots do I want covered out of a roster of 50, right? I want a stud quarterback, of course, everyone does. My next 5 spots will be stud offensive linemen.
The Max Kellerman Show. Weekdays at 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Play your game with the first bet risk-free, up to $500, only at Elite Sportsbook. Just sign up for a new Elite Sportsbook account and make your first bet online. If it is graded as a loss, we will match it with a free bet up to $500. Visit EliteSportsbook.com for a list of casino locations and sign up today. You will always be in the game with Elite Sportsbook. For a limited time only. Must be 21. Visit EliteSportsbook.com for terms and conditions. Gambling a problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
This is Greeny with Mike Greenberg. If you don't think analytics are a useful tool in winning games in sports, then what you should do is when you go to the racetrack, you should just pick horses based upon which one you think is the prettiest. You should disregard everything else you might find in a racing form. You should pick stocks based upon how much you like the names of the companies. disregard information that might help you make an informed decision. You wouldn't do that because you're not an idiot, and neither are the people running sports teams and making decisions. Analytics are a great example of something that has turned into a hot-button topic as we've attached a fancy or frightening word to a very simple concept. Analytics are just the things that have happened. That's all they are. They're just telling you what's happened. In the past, this has happened.
Greeny, weekdays at 11, a Quad City sports leader, ESPN 1170.
Meet the Bakers.
Happy holidays!
This year, they're especially thankful for family time.
Oh, he's gotten so big!
And with pizza deals at Casey's all season long, they can spend less time in the kitchen and more time catching up.
It's so good to see you.
Now at Casey's, get 2 large single-topping pizzas for just $8.99 each.
Yum!
Casey's, here for family time, here for good.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service also allows me to be there for my community in ways others can't. I help my hometown recover after nature strikes. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country and those I care about safe from threats. I also work with a network of professionals that help me succeed. Also, the Army National Guard's education benefits make getting a higher education a reality. Being an Army National Guard soldier makes living and serving in my community more rewarding every day. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Iowa Army National Guard. Aired by the Iowa Broadcasters Association and this station.
Make light work of everything with Honda's top-of-the-line family of Pioneer 1000 side-by-sides. All models sport a best-in-class engine and an exclusive 6-speed automatic dual-clutch transmission. Then there's the 1005 models, equipped with Honda's quick-flip seating that seats up to 5 passengers. So find your next Honda Pioneer today at Fun Mart Cycle Center, 1320 36th Avenue, Moline. For your safety, read the owner's manual, wear a helmet and eye protection. Always wear your seatbelt and keep the side nets and doors closed. Pioneers are for drivers 16 years and older.
Everything motorcycle store.
The best thing about 2020 coming to an end? The NFL playoffs are about to start. Hear and talk about the games on your sports leader, ESPN 1170.
Welcome back, you Hassle Maniacs. We are here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Done Right Satellite and Dish. And yes, it's your favorite show, Don't Hassle So Local, on AM 1170.
Dude, I'm hungry. Rarely do I say I'm hungry.
You hangry?
Yeah. I'm hungry. Easter eggs brings up something else, and we were reminiscing about the strange things that we have done during the show, and I don't even know why I'm in this reminiscing thing, but he brought up Ziggy, and...
oh, dear God.
Oh, dear. Like... Those are moments like...
Ziggy called us idiots.
Morons.
Morons. Because you wouldn't know because you're a bunch of morons.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Ziggy was defending a convicted pedophile.
Yeah. It's a really crazy
thing
about
the
the
amount
things.
of
Like,
weirdos we've had on here.
If you ever, like, go home at night and you're like, hey, Mookie, guess who I've talked to and gone through the 2 years? Like, it's been pretty crazy. Like...
Yeah.
Ziggy, like...
We've had some really cool people.
Of course.
I mean, the fact that we sat in this studio while Pat Miletich did a brief show here.
Yeah.
And you and I got to sit here while they interviewed George Foreman.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously in studio with Dan Gable. I'm sure that...
Yeah, it was brought up on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment.
In studio with Chuck Long.
The
first,
Gable
I mean, now we've had AC on numerous times
Yeah.
now, but I'm going to tell you right now, the very first time we had AC, it was like, holy crap, this is awesome.
Yeah. Chuck Long was up there.
Obviously, being able to have AC so close and have him on as much as we have is a blessing. Because now it's like, now he's just a friend. Like that very first time, we were kind of like, hey, man, AC Earl's here.
Yeah, well,
you know,
yeah.
but now, it's like, not to throw any shade on it, but, it's like, Now he's a buddy.
The Chuck Long thing,
luster's literally
when he was coming down the Chuck Long, I was like, you need to go answer the door because I'm 6 to midnight. I can't leave where I'm standing right now.
Oh, yeah.
But Dan Gable, and we had already met him before because he had been at Pines because we did a thing with Single Speed. And so, but the best thing about Coach Gable was they were very adamant. Him and Mike were like, not him, but so much Mike. They were just like, okay, we're going to do this University of Iowa thing, Hawkeye Wrestling Club. You've got 15 minutes. And he went 50 minutes. And I said to Coach Gable, hey, I know you have to go. And he said, why do I have to go? And I said, because I was told I only have 15 minutes of time. And 50 goes, I can do whatever I want. And I was like, yes, you can, Coach. You can do whatever you want. I don't understand where this is. I was told it was going to be this way or whatever. So, yeah, it's always. And
those who don't know, as I walked down the hallway to get Chuck Long.
Yes, you did. I stayed here because I was 6 minutes.
I explained to him that ninth grade me was really happy.
Yeah, 1985 me was very, very happy.
Yeah, ninth grade me is just so tweaked right now.
Which I think I've said this before. Why have we not had Mark Vlasic on? Because he followed up right after. We need to get a hold of him. You know who else? I want to have Jess Settles on.
Yeah, we still have to get our one friend on.
Who?
I sent you the email?
Yes. Yeah. What I really want, though.
Other than you there.
What I really want.
Is it still pink? It's not pink anymore.
What I really want, and everyone knows this about me as far as things go, I really want Chris Kingsbury. That would be.
I want Patrick.
You mean Jeff Kingsbury?
No, Chris Kingsbury.
From the
basketball
Iowa
player.
Yeah.
That would be I'd give him 35 minutes to just talk, and I don't think he would give us even close to that.
I'd give him 35 minutes to talk too.
Yeah, well, he is good looking. Yeah. And on top of it, he's my favorite. He's on my Mount Rushmore favorite Iowa basketball player. Sorry, AC, if you're listening out there. Yeah. Oh, he's the best. I mean, seriously, he's the best. The stories that they have, of him. Now he's just an insurance salesman in Nebraska. But the thing.
So you're saying I have a chance?
I think he's married with 3 kids. But yes, you have a chance, Bomber. I'm sure you could.
He's an insurance salesman.
Dude, he's got the craziest stories. Everyone knows about Chris Kingsbury is the craziest stories. He could just drop a 3 from nowhere, and dating an Iowa cheerleader and peeing in a hotel lobby, just peeing on their door. It's just I've talked to Iowa basketball players during that time, and this is even before we had the show, and they're like, why are you obsessed with him? I'm like, I just want to hear more stories about Chris Kingsbury. It's the most insane thing ever.
You know what's funny about that, though? You say that, and people like us, we'll call us normies, if you will.
Yeah.
We're the less talented of the percentage in society.
Leah. Yeah.
No, you're not.
We have stories comparable to these stories as well.
But this dude was Mr. Ohio Basketball Player of the Year. This dude had...
I'm talking about peeing on stuff and things like that.
He peed on a hotel door because he had cheerleader wouldn't answer anything. So, because he was intoxicated. The guy would have a Bud Light or a Budweiser in each hand and a heater in his mouth.
He sounds like Tommy Lee.
He was nuts
of the basketball world.
Yeah, he'd show up late to practice. He'd run everyone out of the gym.
Dennis Rodman.
He's basically that. Yeah,
I like it. That would be my type. The red flags would not deter me whatsoever.
Trust me, there were a lot of red flags, Bomber.
That would just attract me more. Yeah. And then I'd be like, what happened? What'd I do? Because I'm not that bright. But anyways.
He was. So I would love to talk about him and everything. Just to have him on. Now, the idea that he's a born-again Christian and he's
good for him.
Salesman. Oh, yeah, good for him. But
Jesus is king.
That's not stories. I want the stories.
I want stories, too.
Coach Knight shows up in his house to recruit him.
Love the sinner, hate the sin.
Dad wakes him up.
Who?
Says you have to get. His father wakes him up. Says you have to get up. Coach Knight's here. He says, okay, I'll be up whenever I get up. Waits about 45 minutes. Gets up. Coach Knight stands up in the living room. Says, hey, Coach Knight, I want you to come to the University of Indiana. He says, okay. Walks past him, goes to the kitchen, makes a bowl of Fruit Loops, then turns around, walks back in, sits down, looks at Coach Knight. Coach Knight goes, you'll never go to the University of Indiana. And he goes, okay.
He just doesn't care. He just doesn't care. He literally is the Dennis Rodman of his generation.
I like it was Fruit Loops.
Yeah. Love everything about it.
But did he pour milk on it or like a
I'm
Bud,
sure he
a Bud
did,
Light?
yeah.
Because if it was a Bud Light, it would make the story.
These stories are great. Like Skillett, who played basketball, he went to university. He went to UT, and then he walked on to Iowa, and he's a friend of mine. But he would just be like, "Why are you obsessed with these stories about Kingsbury?" I'm like, "Just tell me more." And like he lived in the same apartment complex of him, and like, I
get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, it was great.
I get the appeal.
Yeah. But, it's just completely crazy, whatever else. All right. So we got a big weekend. We got tomorrow, 11 o'clock in the morning, Iowa versus Gonzaga. I got Iowa money line.
I don't have anybody money line. You have to have money.
The money line mama's not in there. We're going to get to the pick six here in a second. But yes, what Iowa's going through right now was really, really historic. And pay attention to this team. Have fun. It's funny that we brought up the 1987 because that's the last time, because earlier in the week I said this is the only time I remember like this team being this good since 1987. And that was the one, they were number one. They played Indiana. I still strongly believe that they're going to beat Gonzaga tomorrow. Iowa might be moved up to the number one spot after this. Gonzaga's got very, very talented.
What's Gonzaga's record?
They're undefeated, but they're on the COVID protocol right now, so they haven't played in 2 weeks. This is going to be the first game. This is why I think Iowa's going to win. Not that I think Iowa's more talented than Gonzaga, because they have 4 players that are averaging over 17 points per game. I just think the COVID legs are a big deal.
Well, it's like being on a bye, so it makes sense. A lot of teams don't recover from that break. I'm going to go with the opposition on this one.
You're going to take Gonzaga?
I'm going to do that.
Well,
I'll bet you a Tabasco Slim Jim.
Well, yeah, I got one right over there.
It's half eaten. I don't want that one.
But also, we're on the weekend, which would have been the alpha to the omega. Iowa at 11. Iowa playing Michigan at 7 o'clock on ESPN. I don't know what ESPN's going to do now. I don't know. Just do whatever. But that would have been a great day to have, like I said, the alpha to the omega. But Iowa's not going to play Michigan, but we do have conference championship weekend. Alabama's playing Florida. Ohio State's going to play Northwestern, and then we have Clemson versus Notre Dame. It's kind of a lock right now who's going to make it. According to Axios' Jeff Tracy, Alabama's at 96.9% to make the playoffs. Ohio State is at 85.3%. Clemson and Notre Dame both hovering around 60% to make the playoffs, either win or lose. A&M's on the outside looking in at 34.9. I don't see USC. I don't see Cincinnati. I don't see Iowa State making the college football playoffs. I think it's kind of locked where we're at right now. We have a Pac-12 game. USC is going to play Oregon, and that's going to be on tonight. That'll be 7 o'clock our time. That'll be on Fox. I don't think whatever USC does is not going to make a difference. Like we said, tomorrow, Northwestern at number 4, Ohio State. That'll be on Fox. If Ohio State loses, this will be the third time in the college football playoffs, 7 years that the Big Ten's left out of the playoffs. So I don't think Ohio State's going to lose that. Oklahoma versus Iowa State. We mentioned this when we did Guess the Lines. They beat Oklahoma, but yet Oklahoma's favored by 5.5.
The same as Notre Dame. I mean, obviously, when Notre Dame beat Clemson, they didn't have sunshine, but still, they beat them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like their backup at Clemson was some scrub. I'm interested to see that Notre Dame Clemson game. Really am.
Who do you have?
I'll tell you what. Right now, I think Clemson's favored by 10.5. I'll
They
take
are.
Notre Dame plus the points all day long.
I will too.
I'm going to take Clemson.
Okay.
Damn you!
But let's go to Iowa State.
Yeah, but that's
real
not
quick.
money line, so it doesn't
Here's
mean
what
you're
you
a
need.
winner.
Here's what you need by Iowa State. Iowa State, you need, if you're an Iowa State Cyclones fan, you need Ohio State and Texas A&M both to lose.
Ohio State's not losing, guys.
They're
gonna mud stomp the hell out of
Yeah, I don't think Iowa
Yeah,
State's going to.
that line.
I mean, the
is-
Hawkeyes should have beat Northwestern this year, and we gaffed up. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Those first 2 games were just unfortunate. I mean, the Hawkeyes should be undefeated right now. Very much should be.
I agree.
So you mentioned that Clemson, they are favored by 10.5, although Notre Dame beat them the first time. They didn't have Trevor Lawrence. That's going to be 3 o'clock. That'll be on ABC. Yeah, I think both these teams are still sitting pretty. I don't know what's going on with Notre Dame and their whole, might fake not being in the playoffs thing, but
they're strongholding. They're what do you call it? Negotiating.
I've been over Notre Dame since in the last 30 years. I've been over Notre Dame, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I went to Allman. It was Notre Dame. It was literally shoved down our throats.
Yeah.
So that was our team, and so I have a little bit of allegiance still.
It was cool, Catholics for convicts, but I'm telling you right now, like I'm over Notre Dame. Like
we'll see. I'm not. I don't think they're gonna win. So
Alabama's favored by 17 over Florida. That game's going to be at 7 o'clock on CBS. Easer A's even pointed out, like, doesn't matter who's going to play Alabama. They're going to boat race whoever. So
you think if it ends up being Clemson, they're going to boat race Clemson? Clemson loses to Notre Dame. Clemson becomes the 4?
Yes.
A 2-loss Clemson team makes them before who?
Texas A&M or Iowa State.
Because they're both 2-loss teams as well?
Yeah.
Okay. And that would put Ohio State at the 3, so Ohio State would play Notre Dame. I don't think, Easer A's, I know that Bama's good. I'm not saying they're not good. I don't think they boat race Clemson.
No.
Yeah, no one wants to play Clemson.
Clemson will beat Bama.
You think so?
Yes.
In the 4 versus 1 or in the national championship? We'll get there, I guess.
I get a funny feeling this is Bama's year.
Don't Bama fans say that every year?
Well, Bama's, yeah, but this is why I say that it's
Roll
Bama's
Tide.
year.
Roll Tide. We're not a Alabama.
I'm not saying it. I'm just saying what they
Sturz
say.
likes the hat. But other than that, this is why I'll tell you why I think it's Bama. Okay? And I'm just going to go here. And I'm going to give you how many people they already have in the first round of the mock draft. Okay? There's 1 with Patrick Surtain, 2 with Devontae Smith. Okay? You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
3 with Jalen Waddell. 4 with Alex Leatherwood. 5 with Dylan Moses. And that's just the first round. They have 5 first-rounders. Okay?
That's impressive.
I'll give you Clemson real quick. You got, obviously, Trevor Lawrence.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Yep. Wait, time out. How many of those first-rounders are rookies?
Well, they would all be rookies, Leah. That's
it's their first year?
It would be this is the mock draft for next year.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you got
I didn't hear
Trevor
that part.
Lawrence.
Okay.
You got Travis Etienne. I think I'm saying it right.
I don't know who that is.
He's a running back.
Okay.
That's it. And then, by the way, when you start the beginning of the second round in this mock draft, defensive lineman Christian Barmore, Alabama's the first one on there.
Yeah, I'm
So I'll just go through, I'll keep going through second round here. Bama, there's another one. Their quarterback, Mac Jones, is on here. Okay. And then Deontay Brown, inside offensive lineman, and then Najee Harris, their running back. They got 4 in the second round. So between the first 2 rounds, they have 9 guys projected to go.
Okay, that's next year, though.
No, that's what's on the team right now, getting ready to play, kid.
Oh, I'm still going with Clemson.
So the other
Clemson,
thing,
by the way,
we lost.
Clemson had nobody in the second round.
We lost the Sun Belt Championship, Coastal Carolina.
I'm sorry,
versus
one
Louisiana.
person in the second round. My bad.
Not gonna change my mind.
Kid, they're stacked, man.
Yeah, be stacked.
They're stacked with NFL talent. And
Aren't they?
You just can't.
They're on a 2-week.
Overcome that.
Aren't they off for 2 weeks though?
That doesn't matter.
It does. Yes, it does.
They'll be off the same amount of time as Clemson.
T-Roy.
Yeah,
It's
T-Roy.
okay. You're pretty though.
Oh my! Don't insult my. Let's look at the money lines. Who is in charge every?
This
week?
is NFL. We're talking college football.
Yeah, I know a little about college football, but I can still use the same.
I will bet you right now that
applicable knowledge.
Alabama wins the national title.
Alabama?
Yeah,
I'll take
you're
that
taking
bet.
Clemson.
I'll take that bet.
Okay. What are we betting? Bunch of drinks and shots.
Okay.
6-pack.
6 drinks and 6 shots.
Oh my god! Sure. I don't have to worry about ponying it up because I'm not winning, so it's fine.
I'm diggity.
Can you feel the love tonight?
I'm drinking my drink.
Yeah, you go ahead.
You didn't bring me any?
Nope. Would you like a drink of my Coca-Cola?
No.
Okay, fine.
So last night, Justin Herbert, who just unbelievable. He tied the rookie record for touchdown passes in the Chargers' win over the Raiders. And it's probably a lock to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. We've gone through this.
Past Baker Mayfield, and did you see his numbers when it came to rookie numbers? Not just touchdowns, but like completion percent. I can't even say it.
He's
completion percent.
Completion percentage.
Oh, percentage.
Percentage.
As I ask you this question,
yardage per game. I mean, he's up there on everything.
So it'd be completion
dude,
percent.
LA
of
doesn't
yardage.
deserve him.
What?
LA doesn't deserve him.
LA doesn't deserve anything.
San Diego does.
San Diego does. 100%. I agree with you. Yeah, San Diego does. Anyway, if he wins the Offensive Rookie of the Year, he would be just the second non-SEC or Big 12 player to win the Offensive Rookie of the Year since 2009. Who was the other?
Offensive Rookie of the Year.
All right.
Herbert would be just the second non-SEC or Big 12 player to win the Offensive Rookie of the Year award since 2009.
Since 2009.
Mm-hmm. Who would be the other?
For what team? Or just in general?
Offensive Rookie of the Year since 2009. Okay. Well, it would be, you said SEC or Big 12?
Non-SEC or Big 12.
So the second one that was not from the SEC or the Big 12.
That's right, since 2009.
I want to say it would have been like 2015-ish, and it
Mariota.
was Zeke Elliott for the Dallas Cowboys.
Nope.
Or was it Dak? No, it wouldn't have been Dak.
You're
He was
really,
SEC.
really close on your years. Think more like, 2018. He was from the Big Ten, though. You're in the right conference.
Barkley.
It was Saquon Barkley. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Yeah.
Elliott was up there as rookie year. I mean, I can't remember who got it.
So we need to take a break for our second hour, and then we got to come back and we got to do
You
our
get sassy with me, sister?
Of course.
we got to do our pick six.
That's what I do.
So and our over under, but we'll be right back on Don't Hassle So Local here on ESPN 1170.
Done Right TV and Security Solutions is proud to be your Dish Premier local retailer. Use Dish's VoIP remote to serve live TV, over 80,000 on-demand titles, and Netflix at the same time. Done Right has all the products you need to turn your home into a smart home. Not only do they have state-of-the-art products, they even have their own installation experts for TV mounts, wireless networks, home theaters, security systems, and more. Call 866-84-RIGHT today to get the package that is right for you. Netflix streaming membership required. Voice remote requires internet-connected hopper. Restrictions do apply. Once again, that's Done Right TV and Security Solutions at 866-84-RIGHT.
You like that? You like that? Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
This is Tyson Blazer, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 1170 AM.
If you own a small business, you know how hard it can be to find new customers. But maybe you're unaware of new tools that can help your business stand out. Go to GetLocalCustomersNow.com for a free market competitive analysis that will show you what other businesses are doing to find new customers and how you can do it too. There's no cost and no obligation. Be one of the first business owners to sign up and receive $500 in free advertising on this station. Get started today. Visit GetLocalCustomersNow.com. That's GetLocalCustomersNow.com.
Janae and Golick Jr.
You can still push forward playing. It's an impossible tightrope. Was it really worth it for you to have to go and mobilize? Is it worth it overall? And that's the hardest thing for me to reconcile when you have a season that looks like the odds of you making it to where you want to go are very slim, and now you're putting people in position where it's not their best luck either.
Janae and Golick Jr., 306 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
The holidays are right around the corner. Don't stress out finding that perfect gift for that hard-to-buy someone on your list. Shop Premier Metal Art. They do custom engraving on items like tumblers, promotional items, and other custom gifts. They even do holiday decor and family namesakes. These multi-layered, full-color, powder-coated metal art items are a must-have this holiday season. Customize your man cave or purchase a gift for a sports fan, a first responder, or even a veteran. Order now online at QCPremier.com or on Facebook. Finish your holiday shopping today.
Janae and Golick Jr.
We're going to get probably IU and Northwestern in the Big Ten title game, and then have people staring up and wondering here, is Ohio State going to make it? I could see a very real world where they're missing the playoff all of a sudden. It's less to me about the sanctity of a conference championship, which has never quite frankly meant all that much to me. It's about another data point. and the Big Ten creating an opportunity for Ohio State to have that chance to show the committee yet again, because that's what conference championships really are. Not something you can hold over Notre Dame's head as an independent for all these years, but an opportunity when all of the committee is watching to go out there and show we deserve to be a part of this, because with the schedule they've played so far, with the performances Ohio State's put out there, I think you would have a hard time saying that resumes mean anything and allowing that Ohio State team in the playoff as it currently sits.
Shanae and Golick Jr., 3 to 6 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Play your game with the first bet risk-free, up to $500, only at Elite Sportsbook. Just sign up for a new Elite Sportsbook account and make your first bet online. If it is graded as a loss, we will match it with a free bet up to $500. Visit EliteSportsbook.com for a list of casino locations and sign up today. You will always be in the game with Elite Sportsbook. For a limited time only. Must be 21. Visit EliteSportsbook.com for terms and conditions. Gambling a problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Unfiltered. Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams, and Zubin Mahente.
Two things. Number one, it feels like Adam Gase, it feels like this is a last-ditch effort. Not to save his job, but I think to save his respectability, right? To try to say maybe a future job. Like, I'm trying to do things right. While I'm on my way out the door here, I'm going to try to sit here and say, it's like a confession, essentially, saying like, hey, look, I messed up. I haven't handled my responsibility. That's number one. Number two, I think it's going to be harder and harder to go away from the hype that's going to come with Trevor Lawrence. If you're a New York fan, if you're a Jet fan, you're also worried about maybe even if we do surround Sam Darnold with the right skill sets or the right players, maybe this is who Sam Darnold is. Maybe he never blossoms out of this. It takes a really strong personality to bear out of that and say, that's not who I am. Maybe this is who Sam Darnold is.
Keyshawn, Jay, Will, and Zubin. Mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
I'm Colleen Wolfe with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. It took overtime to settle the Chargers and Raiders matchup Thursday night. Derek Carr left the game in the first quarter after suffering a groin injury, and Marcus Mariota filled in admirably. But the rookie Justin Herbert was the story. Herbert threw 2 touchdown passes and rushed for the game winner to beat the Raiders 30-27. In other quarterback news, Drew Brees' status for Sunday against the Chiefs is still up in the air. Sean Payton said Thursday Brees needs to be throwing without soreness, but they'll monitor everything through the week and make a determination. In Washington, Alex Smith missed practice again on Thursday with the strained calf he injured on Sunday. Head coach Ron Rivera said Smith could play Sunday against the Seahawks despite not practicing this week. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply. This is a special message for all American men over the age of 40.
I'm Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. After I left baseball, I just couldn't stay in shape like I used to. I know plenty of guys my age that have just let it all go. Turns out, once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. So I got back into the game with Nugenics. If you want to get back in the game and get your edge back, you need Nugenics. You can get a complimentary bottle. All you have to do is send them a text.
Text BREAK to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenics Total T.
With Nugenics, I've increased my lean muscle and feel stronger with more energy and endurance. And guys, take it from me. She'll like it too.
Text BREAK to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenics Total T, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. But Nugenics samples are not available in stores, so text BREAK to 321-321 right now. Text BREAK to 321-321.
Meet the Bakers.
Happy holidays!
This year, they're especially thankful for family time.
Oh, he's gotten so big!
And with pizza deals at Casey's all season long, they can spend less time in the kitchen and more time catching up.
It's so good to see you.
Now at Casey's, get 2 large single-topping pizzas for just $8.99 each.
Yum!
Casey's, here for family time, here for good.
From the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studios, this is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBOB Davenport.
Do it.
You guys don't know him.
Wait, we are back in the air here, and
They're
welcome
annoying
back.
as usual.
I did not do anything, Leah.
He's a hero.
I didn't say a
said
word.
he will be. If he does this, he's going to go down in history, in the history books, as the person that does. We don't need to go into this. I'm not going to.
Okay, we love you.
Zip it.
Oh, you're not going to even entertain the idea of it.
No, I'm not going to do this on air. He is for me and many, many, many other people. You have no idea what he's doing undercover. You have no idea.
Okay.
Because you don't hear about it in the mainstream media.
I don't.
So stop.
I'll stop.
You quit yelling at me.
I'll yell at anybody.
I didn't say anything.
He's a hero.
I just think your hair's pink.
We got to do our pick 6, though.
And your hair is still pink.
Is it really still pink?
Yeah.
The lighting in my house, and obviously since quarantine started, I haven't paid attention. So
It looks great.
I literally look in the mirror.
Kind of looks like that old goal.
Well, thanks.
Or old rose, I should say. I'm sorry.
I'm excited that maybe next Monday we might have Coral in the studio with us.
I know I miss Coral.
Gotta get her
Coral with cheese.
Because they've already asked me here at Town Square Media. They said, like, what's your guys' plan for the holidays? I said, hey, we will be going on Monday, and then we're done as of 12/22, whatever else. And we were supposed to be traveling, but we're not traveling. So we're gonna do Monday. We're gonna guess the lines, and then after that, it's just gonna be holiday throughout the rest of the week.
I just invited Coral with cheese.
Yay!
Via the T-Roy text thread.
I hope, and I hope she
that's
says
a
she
great
would love to
picture.
be on the show because I miss her, and she's always a friend of the show. So
And we get along, which is important for females.
Yeah, which is rare. Yeah,
It's
sometimes,
rare,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we do. We get along well. So we don't do any of that. We don't do any of that.
Yeah,
Oh my
what
God,
are you
I
gonna
saw
have to
the
sit over there
funniest.
then? Are they gonna sit by you or like?
I don't know, man.
I think we should sit together for the viewers.
And I have to move across? Great. Move the ugly guy to the other corner of the room. That's fine. She said, Roger that. She said, dude, by the way, I saw absolutely the funniest thing on the internet that I think I've seen in probably the last 10 years. And my little one died laughing. I had to play for it 4 times.
What was it?
All right, there's this kitten, and it's sitting on the floor, and it's like kitchen, right? And one of the owners is filming the kitten, and the kitten's just sitting there. And then the guy filming goes, better run. And around the corner, here comes the female owner with this giant stuffed animal tiger.
I've seen it.
Pushing it. And this cat,
Convulsed.
dude, convulses, jumps, goes apey.
Like,
you can see the cat go.
it lost 2 of its lives right then and there.
At least 2. Dude, this cat was
I have not seen it. Yeah.
My kids loved it too.
I will play it for you next break.
It's on TikTok.
It is a TikTok.
Yeah.
Jay. I mean, it's just so damn funny. That cat is just freaking
You feel
out.
bad, but you're like,
No, you don't. I don't care. It's
Well,
so. Hazel's like, Mom, I want you to film me doing something that funny one day.
it's that one soundbite that goes run. You know
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one?
yeah,
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 it's
yeah.
that, and then it's like a huge.
Oh, I
stomp
thought that was
fight.
the dude. Is that a
No,
song?
it's a song.
All right.
And the
Here's how
cat
dumb I am.
bounces off the cupboards and like freaks.
Yeah,
out.
literally. Right as that thing comes around the corner, the guy it goes.
Can't get its
run.
footing. Like
Yeah.
it's freaking out. It's like running in place for like a second.
Yeah.
By the way, is that bad that my kid is she's 5 and she is really into sneaking up and scaring people?
No, that's kids. They're sadistic.
No, I taught her. I taught her it. Leah, I
Well,
really did.
Your kid's probably more sadistic than everybody else.
But the thing is like now she got Amy really good the other day, and it was so awesome because she came home from work, and I told Hazel, I go, stand right there, and then I'll distract Mommy, and she's coming to the door, she'll be talking to me, and you jump and get her, and so I'm like, hey, what's up? How's it going? And she goes, nothing good, and Hazel's like, rah, and Amy goes, ah!
the red hair helps because they
But
don't have
then
a soul already.
She's been doing this too, like if I'm downstairs, especially if I'm watching Mandalorian, because I'm really like, I'm focused in, you know?
Yeah.
She'll sneak down the basement stairs. And she'll tiptoe and crawl up behind me. And I'll be in the chair, that big chair I got down there. And all of a sudden, she just jumped up. And, man, she got me good one day, dude.
Well, they're so tiny. You don't expect it. They're sneaky.
I
They're
told
like
her.
little ninjas.
I
you know?
told her, I'm going to get, that's fine. We got 2 or 3 coming from that one.
Oh, she's got a lifetime coming.
Oh, I
You're
can't
her
wait.
dad. It's over. You get the
I
belt.
I love scaring people, don't you?
No.
I
I don't
just
like to
make
be
it-
scared because
I do it. to
first
my
off,
kids.
I don't really want to punch anyone in the face, but if they scare me, it's probably gonna happen. And so I'm like, you deserve it. So
Well, that's
yeah,
fine.
absolutely. My
Yeah,
kids
I
I
don't
got
wanna
Maddie
hit-
the
I
other
don't-
day. I love doing it.
I don't want to hit anyone, but I feel like the one thing is always going to be like, I'm just going to hit you because you scared me. I don't like scary. By the way, I don't watch scary movies. Like, I
love
stopped
scary
watching after Candyman in 1992. I think I've seen Scream and the
Ring.
the Blair Witch Project.
The Ring.
That's it.
The Ring?
Oh,
My
never.
problem
No,
with
I didn't
scary
see it.
movies is,
The Ring is really good.
lately I don't like them because they've all become cheesy.
Yeah,
It's just like,
can't
all
be
right, it's
cheesy.
an excuse to see like the star's boobs and these two idiots are gonna go screw in the bed
Yeah.
and we know they're gonna
Yeah.
get stabbed from the bottom.
But at least I
The
knew.
Ring is the last good.
No, you have
horror
to
movie.
understand, like when the
The Ring really was pretty.
It
when,
was.
the Blair
The
Witch
first time you
Project
watch
came
it.
out, I think in like 98, 99, the internet was still maybe about 4 years new or whatever else. But I at least knew that the Blair Witch Project was fake. Like
It was horrible.
and
I thought it was. I saw
and
it in the theaters. It was awful.
I saw it in theaters, but I was on a date and I was like, I got to figure this out. But I don't want
It was dumb.
anything to do with scary movies, period. Like Candyman, that was it. I was done. Like I'm in 1992. I'm like, I am over any scary movies whatsoever.
I love them.
You want to know the last time
They're
that
my
I was
favorite.
actually scared of anything in a movie?
Jaws.
Anything.
Jaws.
No.
Documentaries, real life.
No. It was a movie. It was an actual movie. Have you ever seen the movie Signs?
Yes.
Nope.
Well, that's real life.
But you've seen it. You know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. It's
Mel
real life.
Gibson.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So
I never
there's a
saw
part
it.
in that movie, Jay, where they're like watching this, news report from Mexico.
The walks
and
past.
these little kids are like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!" And then they show this. All of a sudden, from the corner, this alien just walks by,
And the sound goes boom.
and I'm telling you right now, I see it. It scares the hell out of me. The very first time I saw it, and my hair stood up on my arms. I
No,
was so
not for
damn
me.
scared.
My hairs right now are standing up. Not for me. There's no way.
Okay,
That-
well, you're
that-
going to be in for a shock because the Pentagon
You
just
gotta watch that
released
show.
that
I'm
aliens
not
are
watching
real.
it. Like
It's
I'm
not
not going to watch a
that-
scary movie. Like it's just like.
But it's
I
not
love
that
it.
scary. It's M. Night Shyamalan.
Listen. Like
Night
that,
Shyamalan's the best.
I saw that one too. Whatever else?
Glass?
Signs.
What, no, 7 or whatever else.
7, yeah.
That's
him.
not M.
I see
Night
see
Shyamalan.
dead people or whatever else. Is that the?
Yeah, no, that's not. That's Bruce Willis and.
Yeah. So anyway,
who's that?
yeah.
I don't know.
Listen,
Weird looking kid.
But I saw this also. We went to this.
Haley
we went to
Joel
this.
Osment.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
went to this other movie like with and it was kind of like Hitchcock, like the neighbor is a person. It's dude, whatever. But I
the
just,
neighbor was a person?
no, like he was like a murderer person. I forget who the person was. But all I just said was to Tiff, like my wife. All I said was, "I'm gonna punch you in the gut." Like, why did you bring me to this place? Why did you make?
Do you
me
know
this
why?
uncomfortable?
Do you know why? There's
Why
a
did you make me
psychological-
uncomfortable?
Listen to me.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Yeah.
There's a reason. There's a psychological reason why people enjoy scary movies. And what's his face? Stephen King made. There's a quote, famous quote, because when you're scared, you're not worried about anything that you have going on outside of being scared. It's a distraction, and it's probably one of the best distractions that exist. Is being scared. Nothing else is on your mind.
It's
Nothing.
funny 'cause
Anxiety.
I'm scared of Leah every day.
Yeah.
Every
Me
day we're
too.
in the studio, I forget about what's going on because I'm afraid that she's going to rip my.
That's good. I have you right where I want you.
But I don't. Yeah. But I do not like scary movies at all.
I love them.
Come
My
on, Jay,
favorite.
watch Signs with me. I'll hold you.
No, never.
Please.
Scary
You can sit
movies
on
are
my
my
lap.
Never ever.
Hazel will sneak up behind you and scare the
But I
crap
don't
out
like
of
the
you.
cheesy stuff.
All right.
I like the real stuff.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do movies. We're gonna talk about that just a little bit later. But what we've got to do is we've got to do our pick six. We've got to do our pick six, and we've got to do our pick six over under. So T-Word, what do you got for me?
I don't know.
Us.
What about
what do you got for us?
what about Silence of the Lambs? Hello, Clarice.
Hello, Clarice.
Fava beans.
Hello, Clarice.
All right, I picked the best 12 games you possibly could
You think
pick.
so?
Oh, hands
Well,
down,
Troy
Jay.
picked them. They're the best.
I did this because I do this for my audience and my co-hosts.
My audience. My co-host is
Well-
what he just said. My audience.
Well,
Q.
but you
Q.
guys are-
You just said my audience.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Our
Okay.
audience.
Yeah.
But
My. Yeah.
You guys are all mine.
You chose your pronoun.
But I do
yeah.
it for you guys. Yeah. I know. And you now don't be getting all hurt.
He's Big Papa.
I love you guys. You're all like my little children. I'm still
My
older
audience,
than everybody.
My audience.
I'm older than
my,
all
my
you.
co-hosts, yeah.
He's
All right.
like spreading his wings and he's just bringing
Yeah, I just want to hug everybody.
baby geese.
I'll protect you from them scary movies.
Sure,
Come on, bird. All right, Chicago at Minnesota, Jay. This is probably was gonna be, I thought, very, very meaningful ball game at the beginning of the year. You had picked the Bears to win the division. I had picked Minnesota to win it by a game, actually to tie with Green Bay and have the tiebreaker is what I had picked there, Erickson. But lo and behold, these two guys are pretty much outside looking in. Minnesota is only favored by 3, Leah Baum Diggity.
Yes.
So what do you think's going to happen?
Am I taking the points? Is that what we're doing?
Yes, ma'am.
If you would
Minnesota
like to-
minus 3.
Minnesota.
Okay.
I'm taking the Bears to win this game. They're going to win outright, and it's terrible. And Minnesota should be better than this, but they're not. So
something's going to happen. Minnesota's going to win.
I have a feeling. My third eye.
This is going to be. This game is going to go just like last night's game. Watch.
What, in overtime and terrible defense?
Something's going to happen. Something stupid's
Zimmer
going to
should
happen.
be fired. But
someone's going to miss a field goal.
The Raiders are not going to fire Gruden whatsoever, but Zimmer needs to be fired. And guess what? Anthony Lynn needs to be fired from the Chargers, too. He was terrible last night.
I'm with Michael Irvin right now on that.
What's that?
Need to keep him.
No. That was too... No. He mismanaged the clock. He mismanaged everything. Like,
all right.
Herbert won that game, not Anthony Lynn. Anthony Lynn needs to be fired.
We'll at least keep this offensive coordinator. Okay. San Fran at Dallas. San Fran, road favorite, -3. Leopold.
San Fran.
Jay?
Home dog. I'm taking Dallas. I know you don't want to hear this. I know you don't want them to win this game, T-Roy, but I'm telling you right now, Dallas is going to break your heart over and over again. And dear Lord,
we do not get Patrick Surtain III, I am going to break windows in the house.
I don't know. Mike McCarthy's not going to do anything for you.
Here's the deal.
I feel really, really bad.
Dallas is going to get. They're just going to get outplayed, outcoached. I'm sorry. I got San Fran. They're going to get outcoached.
San Fran's got a better defense coordinator, and you have a terrible defensive coordinator, and you have a terrible coach, but you're at home. But they're still going to break your heart for some reason. That's the craziest thing about this.
Story of my life.
All right.
Just keep going.
This is a beautiful one, Leigh, just like you. Seattle at Washington, a playoff glimpse of something that may happen in just a few weeks to come. Seattle is favored by 6.
I'm going to go with Washington. I think Seattle's going to win, but they're not going to cover.
Washington plus the 6.
Alex Smith is questionable. He's not going to. I don't think he's going to play this game. I don't know who's going to quarterback the Redskins.
Well, it's Dwayne Haskins Jr.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
This has gone up from 5 to 6 since we last spoke.
Oh, Brad said Alex Smith is out.
Yes. What are you taking?
No, I got it.
You're taking Seattle, right?
Yeah.
She took Washington.
Well, the points. I don't.
She took Washington plus the points. You took Seattle.
Nah, we're taking Seattle. Yeah. And
Seattle's
going to cover. Yeah.
Too.
I don't think they're going to cover. I think they're going to win, but I don't think they're going to cover.
Okay, New England at Miami. Miami only favored by 1.5. Jay.
Miami.
Jay already knew.
I'm really, really pulling for this Miami team. To the point where it's almost like sad that last night, watching that Thursday night game with the Chargers, which we love the Chargers uniform, we love the powder blue, but Miami does the same thing. And still, when they had like their socks, I was like, oh, they're just trying to rip off Miami. Like, I like Miami, and I like everything they're doing.
Yeah, they look great. Okay, Tampa Bay at Jay's favorite team, Atlanta.
No, it's not.
Lee's favorite team, Atlanta.
Tampa.
Tampa Bay -6, Leah.
Tampa.
You sure?
Tampa.
Jay?
Oh, they're the worst.
You taking Tampa?
Atlanta's just the worst. The city of Atlanta, well. Like everything about Atlanta, like is the worst. The only thing I like about Atlanta is money. That's it, J Money. Like Atlanta is terrible. Like I don't want Coca-Cola. I don't want Chick-fil-A. I don't want anything. Atlanta is terrible. Tell me one good time you've ever had in Atlanta.
Never.
I don't know.
It was the first time I saw the ocean. It was like right off the coast of Atlanta.
Not near the ocean.
No, it was going through Atlanta. It was the only time when I went to go see the ocean.
A delay or whatever.
Yeah.
The only good thing I can say about Atlanta was their airport where I met Scott Hall, former wrestler.
There's so much crime in Atlanta.
Airport's pretty crazy.
Got to hang out with him. You know what I said to him? I said,
Hi,
hey.
I'm Jay.
Yeah, he said, hey. And I said, I met you in 1997 for my 21st birthday in Cedar Rapids when you guys did NWO Sold Out. And he's like, oh my God, that was crazy that night. He's like, yeah, now he's like, actually, I do remember meeting you right now. But yeah, I met Scott Hall.
He remembered meeting you?
Yeah. on my 40th birthday, but I met him also on my 21st birthday.
Holy cow.
Yeah. But you remember meeting me at a Cedar Rapids mall. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're impressive.
Him and Kevin Nash.
Did you tell him that you were an app developer?
And I didn't. Well, I wasn't.
At the time, they didn't have apps.
40. I'm 44. Yeah, now.
It was 4 years ago they didn't have
apps?
apps?
It was 40.
No.
But I was an
When
app
he was
developer.
21.
But it was sitting there at, like, I don't know.
The app developing just happened.
China Bear or whatever
But I mean,
else
that's
in
why
Atlanta
people would remember
Hotel.
you if you're like, I'm the
China Bear
future-
Hotel. And then in Tips like, hey,
Zuckerberg.
that's Scott Hall. I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to say hi to Scott Hall. So I
Did
said,
you get
hey.
a picture?
Yeah, actually,
you?
yeah. I took another picture, yeah.
Post
so my
it.
21st birthday and my 40th
Post it.
birthday that I hung out with Scott Hall.
That's amazing.
No, it's not that amazing.
I haven't had my 40th birthday yet, so I'll let you know what I do and who I meet.
On your 21st birthday?
I'm long past that one, buddy.
Oh, you are?
Just a little bit.
All right, what we got next?
This one's Leah's favorite game of the week. The Kansas City Chiefs at New Orleans.
This makes zero sense that they're bringing back Drew Brees.
The Chiefs are favored by 3. I already got Leah written down for the Chiefs.
That's right.
The Saints should not be doing this with Drew Brees. They're rushing him back right now with his ribs. It doesn't make any sense. But they've got Chiefs have a very, very bad defense.
What's wrong with his ribs?
He broke 3 of them.
Okay, I've broken 3 ribs myself, and I can tell you, they've got the thing. It's not that bad.
Flask that goes around.
Like when you cough and you inhale really bad, it's bad. But you can still function pretty normally with broken ribs.
Can you throw a
especially
football?
if they're fusing back together.
But
Yes.
they've been fine. Like, he doesn't need it. Like, they're not gonna win the number 1 seed in the NFC. That's the thing. Like, they'll be a 2. They're not getting that bye. So why bring him back so fast? Is the thing.
Maybe he's a sacrifice. You're sacrificing him.
Lamb.
He's a lamb to slaughter. I don't know.
Who are you taking, Jay?
This is on the road.
Yep, Kansas City, New Orleans.
Oh, 11 ribs. That's different than 3.
And punctured a lung. Well,
Yeah,
Brad
it's a
saying
little
and punctured.
different.
Yeah. Well, it's not like the San Diego doctor who just punctured Teddy Two Gloves' lung. Anyway,
You mean Tyrod Taylor?
Tyrod Taylor. Thank you. Saints are favored on the road.
Don't know. Saints are home dogs.
Are you
Yeah, Saints are
considering?
home dogs. Okay.
You're going to consider picking somebody over the Chiefs, really?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to take the home dogs. I'm going to take the Saints. Sorry, Bomber. It doesn't make any sense. Like, no, their defense is good enough, and
I can't wait to watch this game.
Your Kansas City Chiefs are going to be Super Bowl champions, but they're just not going to win this game. I'm telling you
Chiefs will win this game, but not cover the spread.
They're going to win this game, and they're going to win the Super Bowl.
I think they're going to win the Super Bowl. I think they're the best team in the NFL. I just don't think they're going to win this game.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. We're
Defense
moving
is
on.
better.
Do you want to take a break, or do you want to keep going with our over-unders?
Yeah, let's take a quick break real fast, and then we'll...
We're
Can
out.
you do this, Leah?
No, we're out.
Leah.
We're all right. Anybody? I mean, do you want me to just make one up off the cuff?
What just happened?
I don't know. What's going on, Jay?
I don't know. I just tried to do
Nothing
the
will
Ric
work.
Flair, and it went away. Like,
Oh, no. You deleted Ric Flair?
I guess so.
It's starting. The internet's going down.
Oh, no.
This is Turk Wendell, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us. We're local.
Looking for a bright spot this holiday season? Come to Mary's Diamonds and Jewelry, where absolutely everything is on sale now through Christmas Eve. With financing available, we will make the holidays sparkle without busting your budget.
Whether you're popping the question or just need to put the wow in gift giving, take advantage of incredible deals at Mary's Diamonds and Jewelry.
Make sure Mary's Diamonds and Jewelry is on your list this season. Visit us at 2115 East 12th Street in the village of East Davenport, home of the wow factor.
Merry Christmas!
The Max Kellerman Show.
Like, who was that? Greeny, who said the time to say about personal pride was weeks ago? I mean, I understand what he's saying. He's not wrong. It's fine, but I don't think it would have made a difference. Keyshawn saying they started Foles and it's no. I disagree. The issue is one thing with Chicago. They have no offensive line, period. That's the whole problem. No offensive line. They have a thin receiving core, it's true, but no offensive line. If I had to design a football team, and I have like 10 spots where I can put all my resources, right? Where am I going to put all my resources? Like, what 10 spots do I want covered out of a roster of 50, right? I want a stud quarterback, of course, everyone does. My next 5 spots will be stud offensive linemen.
The Max Kellerman Show. Weekdays at 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Every day, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps demonstrate their commitment to defend the American way of life. Since 1775, we have served our nation as a force in readiness. From combat operations to humanitarian assistance in every corner of the world. No matter where the mission takes us today or wherever our country needs us tomorrow, we always remember the land we call home. As Marines, we take a stand for each other, for our nation, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Where do you shop for a die-hard sports fan? Sports Unleashed, of course. Sports Unleashed will be open until Christmas with the best selection of NFL, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise. You'll find team logos on everything from clocks to lamps, drinkware like coffee mugs and travel mugs, and accessories like beanies and gloves, as well as personalized sports pictures. Lots of great stocking stuffers. Visit Sports Unleashed at South Park Mall in Moline, but do it soon because Christmas will be here before you know it.
Matthew.
Huh? Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I just need you to listen to me.
I know that a lot of times, Mom, it might not seem like I'm listening to you, but I am. I hear you. And what you say really does matter to me.
I mean, let's be honest. No kid likes rules, but I get why we have them. I hear you, and I know it's because you care.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for talking and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thanks, Mom, for never giving up and always being my biggest fan.
Thank you for letting me know what you expect, so I can try to meet your expectations.
Thank you for talking.
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
The Max Kellerman Show.
Kendrick Perkins.
Max, you argued me down on first take about how good of a player Chris Middleton was.
No, I didn't.
And I told you, yes, you did. And I told you that he wasn't that type of guy, right?
Just making stuff up now.
Play. Oh, I'm making stuff up.
I argued for Chris Middleton. No, I said Chris Middleton should be at best the third best player on a championship team. You need another dude who can go get his own shot and do it on a higher level than Middleton if you want to pair him with Giannis to win a championship. I never said anything different than that. I wasn't thinking the Bucks were going to win a title this year.
So did you have the Bucks coming out of the East?
Yep. I sure did. Shut up, Perk. Why are you bringing up old stuff?
The Max Kellerman Show. Weekdays at 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
If you're craving old-fashioned Mexican food, it's that Nallie's flavor that you're after. You've got to go to Nallie's Kitchen. Nallie's makes everything from scratch daily and has some of the most unique items in the Quad Cities area. Try their homemade guisado, guarches, and gorditas, or enjoy their delicious tacos and burritos. Check out Nallie's Express menu and get your food in 15 minutes or less. Order online at nallieskitchen.com and have Nallie's delivered to your home or business today. Nallie's Kitchen, old-fashioned Mexican cooking, Rockingham and Division, Davenport.
It's Super Saturday at JCPenney. Shop in-store or at jcp.com to save up to 60% on hundreds of super deals this Friday and Saturday. Get select kitchen appliances for just $29.99 each. Or rewards members get select diamond jewelry for $25 each. Or shop and save an extra 30% with coupon. Need it fast? Pick up your order curbside. Joy, comfort, peace. JCPenney. Offers valid 12/18 to 12/19. Conditions and exclusions apply. Kitchen Electrics limited to 10% coupon discount. $25 jewelry excluded from coupons and rewards. See store or jcp.com for details.
The biggest stars in sports are heard right here. Never miss a moment when you download our app. This is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Everybody, they've canceled Leah's internet. It's all over, but hey, wait a minute. We're back.
It's all going down.
We are back. Leah's okay. Her internet's fine. I was just playing a joke on her.
Yeah.
Can you just imagine what's going to happen
friend.
though? Like,
she's still my favorite friend.
Her Facebook's shut down.
It
her
already
TikTok's up.
She's got leopard print glasses,
She will
though.
not listen to me at all about having an OnlyFriends account.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans or whatever.
I did listen. I started. I just haven't put any material on there. I'm having some, morality issues.
And then
with
the world's gonna burn, and she's gonna text me like, "I told you." I'm like, "Yep, you absolutely told me."
Yep.
But
And then everything's gonna go down.
Yeah, but all I asked for you to do was just stick to the TikToks, stick to Twitter, and your OnlyFans account, and you're gonna be like, "Yep, I should have listened to you." Just the same way when I should have listened to you when the entire world's gonna burn.
Okay, how about this though? My TikTok people are now looking me up on Facebook, and that scares me.
Why does it scare you?
Because
Tracking you down?
Yes, they have to research me. Why are you researching me?
I don't know, honey. Sometimes I worry that you just argue. With
Wouldn't you
people too
research me?
much.
Like if you follow me on TikTok,
Okay.
or whatever else, wouldn't you research me? Like
If I was interested.
Don't say it like that. Like, oh my god.
I don't research anybody because I don't care. So I feel like, why are they researching me? They're either liberals trying to cancel me, or they're supporters.
Oh
trying
jeez.
You never know.
You took that step over that line.
I took it. I'll take it all day long. I'll take it
All
again
right.
tomorrow.
So
and,
we're back at
and Sunday and Monday.
All the
We're
way
on
to January
ESPN
6th.
1170 AM.
That's right.
And we just got done doing our pick six, and now we got our over unders. We got to
Figure
pick
if I made it
before.
to the Mayan calendar, I can make it through anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, going by the Mayan calendar, you guys, it's technically only 2012.
Huh?
Yeah, when they switched over to the new time zone, we're technically, if you go back to the way it used to be, it's still 2012. Look it up. I'm not kidding.
So we have till December 24th.
I don't even know. That's irrelevant. I'm just saying that was
we're
an
doing
interest-
like dog years thing. Like my dog is really like 3,
No, you
but
go
he's
back to
21. Like
the
I don't understand
original
what you're
wait
saying.
time was documented. It was the Mayan calendar, correct?
Okay.
Okay. Go back to the Mayan calendar. We jumped ship from the Mayan calendar and switched. And I can't remember the new name of where we went to. But if you go back to
the Gregorian calendar.
there you go. That's
Yeah.
it. So when we did that,
Yeah.
if you go back to the Mayan calendar, it's still 2012. That's crazy to think, right? So time is a construct.
I think it's the
it's a
Caesar.
construct.
I don't think it's Mayan. I
So
think
we're
it's Caesar
stuck in
calendar and then
2012?
Gregorian calendar. I think if we're going
I
through
think it's
history.
Mayan. I'm not sure.
I think it's Caesar
We'll have to
and then
look
Gregorian.
that up, but it's one or the
Yeah.
other. But I do know that it's a social construct. So
Well, if you're a hippie, go out and buy as much pot as
I'm
you
not
can.
a hippie at all.
I just told the hippies to go buy
We
it.
have no
okay.
idea what we're talking about right now, except for we're supposed to be talking about over-unders.
We're having
Well,
a
we're
good
moving
time.
on it.
Yeah.
It's Friday, so we're just having fun.
Wait a minute. It's Friday?
I don't know. Is
What
it?
year is it?
Who cares?
it
2012,
2012?
according to the
What kind,
Mayans.
what kind of times is it?
Unprecedented.
Thank you. All
I
right.
can't even spell precedented times.
It's unprecedented.
Unprecedented.
Yeah.
No. All right.
I'm goofing with you.
I'm sure you are. Spell it.
P.
Over-under.
All right. Buffalo at Denver. These are some good over-unders, guys. I really researched this.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, man.
What's the over-under?
49.5. Buffalo at Denver.
Under.
Leah says under.
Buffalo at Denver?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I feel like
Yep, that's an under.
Yep. I feel like this is a 24-17 game.
Yeah, that's an under.
Where's our hell yeah?
Yeah, sorry. I'll get there.
Mhm.
Maybe I erased it. Who knows? What is he? Yeah.
Don't erase it. Oh.
Yeah.
Too bad we just can't get a woo.
Yeah, I erased the woo. That's what it is. Anyway, yeah, I do like the under.
All right. I saved this one just for Maddie Erickson because I couldn't believe this line.
Mhm.
It was -8 Green Bay, which is whatever.
Precedented?
Not even high enough. Carolina at Green Bay. Over under 51.5.
Over.
Leah says over.
Mm-hmm.
Last week they were at 55. It was 34-21, their final score. Carolina at Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay does not have a good defense. Green Bay is going to get to 31 or 35. Yep, over.
Over? Well, I think if it's getting to 51.5, Green Bay's going to have to do all the scoring. I'm going to go under.
Wow.
Detroit at Tennessee.
Can we just take a second about what good penmanship that T-Roy has? Like, look over there.
It's way better than mine.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you guys. All right. Detroit at Tennessee, 51.5.
Over.
Same. See that? You like this over as well, huh?
Yeah.
I feel the exact same way I feel about the Green Bay game. I think that Detroit's going to, Tennessee's going to get to 35. I think Detroit can get to 14. So I think
that's still 49.
It's 51.5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's close. I'm still going
then
over.
I'll take a 35-17. Yeah, I'll go over.
You'll go over. I'm going under on this one as well.
Okay.
All right, Jacksonville at Baltimore, 47.5. Now this one has me a little perplexed here.
Okay, wait. 47.5?
Yeah, Jacksonville last week scored 47 on their own.
Yeah, I'm going with the over on this one.
Mike Glennon did that. Yeah.
Yes, I am with you, Leah. I'm going over as well.
Why?
Because last week Baltimore scored 47 on their own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just follow along with you guys. I'm not gonna think this one through too much. I think I'm with you guys. Yeah.
Houston at Indianapolis. 51 on this one as well.
I don't know why you make Houston. Why you keep putting these AFC South teams into this?
I'm going to go on here.
It's just going to upset me. It's just going to upset me. Like, all right, Houston at Indianapolis. What's the over-under?
51.
Under.
Last time they played, Jay, you want to know the score?
34-30.
26-20.
Okay. That's a good defense. Houston's terrible. I don't like them.
I love how he thinks everything through.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, wow.
The
That's
city
my
of Houston,
favorite.
like I'm really excited if the city of Houston trades James Harden to the 76ers and Ben Simmons go there, and then I'm like going to be like a Houston fan. I have no idea. I hate the AFC South. I hate all of everything about this. It's an under.
All right, give us a hell yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah.
With that. Okay, last game. The winless Jets, Leah, traveled to L.A. to take on the Rams. 43.5.
What was the score last time?
Yeah,
the
they
Jets
don't because they're
scored
not in the
3
same
points.
division. Yeah, they're not in the same division though.
So we
is
don't
it-
know?
Yeah.
Jets scored 3 points last week against Seattle.
I'm going to go under. Just because that's the logical choice.
I mean, the Rams are going to end up scoring every.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is going to be a 24-3 win for the Rams.
Yeah.
I'm taking the under.
Yeah, it's like 31-3 as well.
Yeah.
I'm with you guys.
Yeah.
All right, kids. Look at Leah. Everything on one sheet of paper. So then come Monday morning, when I come in here and I start hitting my little highlighter.
Mm-hmm. Look how beautiful that is.
We'll see
You
how
should be like a, what do you call that? An
Or-
accountant.
Yeah.
With your little graphs. And your little
All right,
penmanship.
before we go to the break of the day, the end of the day. Yesterday, I had a conversation with one of the Fisher brothers, and I really, if
the 2020 twins,
yeah, if I think Burt Reynolds is a national treasure, if every time I want to recreate something, then Matthew McConaughey is always the next Burt Reynolds, then he has to be a treasure as well.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But every movie that I think of that Burt Reynolds, so if I think of Cannonball Run, or I think of
even when he plays
Smokey and the Bandit,
even
it's
when
gotta
he
be-
plays the perverted senator in the striptease movie.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that movie.
That was
yeah.
creepy.
Oh, he was good.
But Matthew
That
McConaughey would
movie
be great
had some-
every
Yeah.
time, no matter what. Matthew McConaughey is.
Don't
Burt
get me
Reynolds.
wrong. He is. Yeah.
Whoa, Leah, settle down. He's
Matthew
not here.
because he's American. He's a patriot. He's country. He's man. You know what I mean?
Burt Reynolds. So,
Just like Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds has some iconic movies, and we were talking last night about if we recasted, and it's nice that Mikey said on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread, like talk about movies. If we were going to do Cannonball Run again, how would you recast it? Now, my question is to this: how do we recast some of our favorite sports movies? So if we were going to do,
I wanted to do Cannonball Run real quick.
well, let's do Cannonball Run.
Well, I can't because I've never seen it.
All right. Well,
All right, well, Jay, explain it to her.
All right. So it says they have to go from, I think, from New York to like L.A. and it's a race. It's kind of like doing the Great American Race.
Is it a Cannonball Run?
Yes.
Thank you.
The thing is, like, there was a big group of people that were on this thing. So, like, it was Sammy Davis Jr. and Dean Martin were one group.
The Rat Pack?
There you go. They were in one. And then it was...
Jaws and Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, it was like...
Bert,
it was an ensemble cast.
And then you had two...
Dom DeLuise and
the doctor.
Yeah.
There was the doctor with the goofy eyes, and then you had those two supermodels, and I'll just put two hots.
Yeah, so we were talking about the two ladies, who they would be. One I said would be the ladies that would be Emma Stone would be one, and the other one.
She's more quirky than hot, though.
But she's comedic.
She's my favorite.
Yeah, she's comedic gold.
But her personality makes her hot. She's not like just aesthetically hot.
I would go in the two hots. I'd probably go Emma Stone and Olivia Munn.
I have no idea.
Because she's the one from...
I'm with Olivia Munn, too, yeah.
She's the one from Change Up.
Yeah. So, yeah. But Emma Stone can deliver...
I like her.
In comedic things.
No, Bert, we have Matthew McConaughey.
And then the Don DeLuise, I think, would be Zach Galifianakis.
No. My daughter's crush. Do you remember who she said? The guy that does the taxis with the celebrities?
Oh, the chubby fella?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if
What
he's
is his
got... I don't
name?
think he can pull off a movie, though.
Or the guy from 21 Jump Street.
Oh, it's Rogen. Not Rogen. Not Seth Rogen. The other one.
Well, I love the fact that... Yeah, I like Zach as that.
Yeah, who's the guy?
So as who do you put as Farrah Fawcett?
Well, I think you've nailed two good-looking ladies.
I'd say Amber Heard, but she's hated right now.
I'm always going to be a big fan of the lady from Almost Famous, Goldie Hawn's daughter.
Yeah,
Kate
Hudson.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
She's not hot enough.
Mm-mm. She's myrrh.
Yeah, I don't know. Like what? I think Emma Stone would be great in this movie if we did a remake of just
the Farrah part. The lead
Farrah's
actress.
got to be a bombshell, like a stunner.
See, I think it's Jennifer Lawrence.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But what about
or
I think
ScarJo?
No,
Okay.
Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence is smarter. She's just better.
I'm right now. I'm just dumb about names. So what about the lady that was on Friends? She was a Bad Bosses, whatever else.
Oh, Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, she's aged like fine wine. She'd be
But
great.
she's like 50. So.
Yeah, but she's perfect. She'd be perfect in that role.
Yeah, but she's aged perfectly.
Let's go
of course.
Aniston. Let's go Aniston. I like that.
I like her too. She's likable.
Now the
She'll pull
goofy
in the-
doctor. There's nobody out there like that right now.
That's Zach Galifianakis.
But I say, what's his face from Wedding Singer? Woo, Wedding Singer.
Oh, Levitz, John Levitz.
No, the guy that gets all drunk, the guy with the goofy teeth.
Oh, the guy says like
Steve
self-taught.
Buscemi?
Yeah, Buscemi.
Self-taught, no lessons.
Steve
yeah.
Buscemi. Do you know that he volunteered after 9/11? He was a volunteer firefighter and he actually went to Ground Zero.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
No, then
self-taught, no lessons. Yeah. Thanks very much.
Now
Pop.
we got to replace Sammy Davis and Dean Martin. So Sammy Davis.
It's Kevin Hart.
Yes,
period.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart and Sammy
no
Davis.
doubt about that. And we were talking about last night. So the other guy would be, I think it's John Hamm.
No.
Wait, who?
You're replacing Dean Martin?
With John Hamm, yeah.
No, Dean Martin's got to be a little bit more studious.
Oh, man. You replace Dean Martin with Michael Bublé. You go.
You think John Hamm could do it, though? I mean, he could pull it.
Michael Bublé.
What is his IMDb or whatever else?
Doesn't matter, man. You replace him with Michael Bublé.
I think you're off here.
It's
Either
Kevin
that-
Hart. I know the first one. I've got
Dean Martin should be like Johnny Depp.
No, he wouldn't.
He's got
do it.
that. He can do it.
Johnny Depp wouldn't do it. That's the thing.
Yeah, he'd screw it up.
But it doesn't matter if he does it because this is imaginary and it's not real.
No, I'm saying he would turn down the role if they gave it to him. He'd be like, I'm not going to do that.
They don't have a choice
I
because
don't even
we're
know who
making
this
it
guy
up.
you're talking about is.
John Hamm from like Mad Men or whatever else. He was also like.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good one. I didn't know who it was either.
Was he the guy that plays the
love interest in like a Bridesmaid with the other chick?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him, John Hamm. Yeah, he'd be perfect.
I don't like him.
You don't like him?
He's perfect.
Ooh, what about the guy from the Irish, the Gypsies? Come on, it's on HBO.
Oh,
Showmax.
I know who you're talking about.
His name is Adam. He's got the blue eyes and the dark hair.
Yeah, he played the Scarecrow in Batman.
What's his name? Oh, he's so hot.
I don't know.
Come on, what's the show?
I know the show.
What is it called?
The Crossway Breezers.
They're the gangsters.
Yeah, dang it, Jay.
Shameless?
No.
Those are not gangsters. Those are white trash. There's a big difference.
What are you talking about?
Peaky Blinders.
Peaky
I
Blinders.
never watched it, yeah.
Yeah, the
Need to
lead
it.
in that. Oh, he'd be a good Dean Martin, wouldn't he?
He wouldn't be bad.
His brother would be a good one too. His brother actually
Right.
kind of looks like Dean Martin.
I actually wanted this entire
Now, here's
conversation
the
to
deal.
be like how we.
Now,
how we
Jackie
would
Chan is still
recast it.
Jackie Chan.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And Jaws is still alive too.
Mm-hmm.
So those guys just reprise their role.
He's a little too small to be.
But the whole thing is like really, I just wanted to get into like if we recast it, like when Mikey brought it up on the Heritage Pub Facebook comment.
What are we
thread,
recasting?
It would be like a movie. Well, we're running out of time
We
here.
got plenty of time.
It would be like if we recasted a movie. Like what would we
What
recast?
sports
it?
movie do you want to recast?
Well, I don't know. Throw one out there, and I'll let you know what I think would be there. Like originally, it was be Bull Durham.
All right, let's recast it.
But who's going to be Kevin Costner? That's the thing. Like he's iconic. Who's going to be Susan Sarandon? She's iconic in that movie. Like who's going to be James Earl Jones?
Emma Stone, Susan Sarandon.
Ooh, all right. I like where your head's at.
What's his name? That was like it's gonna be.
Well, James Earl Jones wasn't in Bull Durham. He was in.
Oh,
Who was the
yeah,
gladiator?
Field of Dreams, yeah.
So you got Costner, you got Susan, you got
Nuke
Tim,
LaRouche,
you
yeah.
got Nuke.
That's about it.
Who was the
You
gladiator?
got Coach.
Yeah.
What's
you
his
got
name?
Larry.
But
And
the bench again, they did such a good job. Like there's nothing else you can do out of that. Like who would be right now would be Kevin Costner, and I don't think there is. And
I'm telling you,
Emma
who played the
Stone's-
gladiator?
The
Russell
Gladiator.
Crowe.
No, not him. The other one, the guy that looks like him, but he's like a knockoff of Russell Crowe. He's in
What?
There's only been one Gladiator, kid.
I know. I said I got it wrong. It's not him. It's he was in the movie and he does the line. It's biblical with Jamie Foxx, where he sets up all the people that killed his family.
Phoenix?
Tom Cruise?
No.
River Phoenix or Joaquin Phoenix?
No.
No.
Joe Kim?
Yeah, that's not going to be it.
I'll find it. I got it on the tip of my tongue and I can't.
Who do you got to replace Costner?
I'm telling you right
it's
now,
the hardest
he
thing
kinda
to do
looks-
right now. Like
he
I
kinda
just don't
looks
get
like
it.
him.
I just don't get you can replace if you're going to make this movie over again to replace Costner.
What
And
is his
that-
name?
Oh. Dude that plays Face in whatchamacallit? Dude that played Face in the new A-Team.
Oh, okay.
Gerard Butler.
No.
He's even got the little lip curl that Kevin
I know what
Costner's
you're talking
got.
about. The guy, Bradley McDermott.
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper, yeah. Yeah,
Because
you
he
know
has a
what?
mullet.
He could pull that off.
You know what? My dad looks like Kevin Costner. It always
He could pull that off.
People are like, Kevin Costner's hot. I'm
And
like,
then so
ew.
Susan Sarandon would have to be like this kind of sultry
Emma Stone.
Sultry.
Because Susan Sarandon is not hot off the cut, just face value hot. Neither is Emma Stone, but they both have something about them that makes them hot.
She's hot in that movie.
We
Her
need someone a
body's
little
hot.
bit older though.
She's still got the.
It's the dialogue
Yeah.
and everything
And
that
Emma
makes
Stone
Susan
could pull
Sarandon
that
hot.
off.
Like, there's no way at all where I would be like, oh my God, Susan Sarandon's hot.
Right.
But in that dialogue, the way she handles herself, it's hot.
Yeah, Emma Stone could pull that off, I think. And they're both gingers.
I don't know if Emma Stone's old enough. That's the thing. You need someone. You need someone
older.
She's like 3 years younger than me.
But she need to be a little bit older is the thing. Like that's what Susan Sarandon. Like I don't know a movie that Susan Sarandon was in before that happened. Before I watched.
Well, she
Bull
was
Durham.
in.
Either way, I'm telling you, I
lot.
don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Her husband is
Let's
Tim
do the
Robbins.
time
Not anymore.
warp again.
Oh, they broke up?
Oh yeah. Anyway,
They started dating in that movie.
Yeah, always a fun Friday. Appreciate you guys.
Love you.
Tough day, and we got through it. But hey, Quad Cities, enjoy yourselves and take care of yourselves. Stay safe and sanitized. Go Hawks tomorrow. Should be a fun day. We will see you on Monday. We got Guess the Lions and all that fun stuff. Appreciate you guys.